What's up, y'all? Told y'all I was gonna come back today. Check on y'all, check on how everybody's doing, check out a few things. Come on in, kick your feet up, and let's enjoy a little bit of time together this Sunday. Yeah. Hey, Talaya. Missed you yesterday, baby. We're gonna give it a little time, let other people come in, let everybody like come and get themselves, settled with their Takis and they popcorn and their soda. Uh, I'm a little tired today, but this is how things go. You're gonna be tired from time to time, and that's okay. I mean, I had a lot of fun yesterday, Talia. Like I kicked it. I kicked it with Sasha, Raquel, Puddin. We enjoyed ourselves. Lisa Alicia was here. Corey's baby. It was a lot of people that was here. We enjoyed ourselves. Well, at least I know I enjoyed myself. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself. But y'all come on in. Come on in, kick your feet up. Sip on your soda water, your Taki, stuff like that. I missed you yesterday, though, girl. If you look at that line, I was like, where is Talaya? What happened to my G? What happened to my girl? Make sure as y'all coming in, you know what I'm saying, y'all hit that like button. All the good stuff. I was scared to touch anything. Oh, snap, Talaya, so just ripping and running? Gotta run, rip and run today, too? Dang, girl. I know you be busy, busy. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Kick up your feet. Come on in. Come on in. Pick up your feet. It's a great Sunday. It is mad. Uh, it's mad raining out here today, like it's storming, and I am so grateful for the storm because I've learned that if you don't go through a storm, you can't be better, or you can't make things better. But it's storming out here today where I'm at, and I just want to lay down and go to sleep. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired, tired. Okay, tired, tired. Uh, but I'm not gonna be on here too long. Just want to check in with everybody, see how y'all Sunday is going, making sure everybody's all right, making sure that stuff is updated. Remember, y'all, that's another thing too. Don't forget, I'm changing my live days to Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. my time, which is Central Time. So if you need to look it up for your time, because I know everybody is coming from different states, please look it up. Saturdays are pretty cool, but I feel like everybody is spending time with their family. They're trying to get themselves together for a lot of us, our first day off, things of that sort. But yeah, we're gonna make it work. And y'all have to forgive me once again. Y'all see that I'm still trying to figure all this good stuff out, trying to make sure that everything is good. But I missed y'all from yesterday. Some of the people didn't come in yesterday. I missed y'all. I'm always looking to see everybody's face, you know what I mean? Yes, ma'am, Talaya. Wednesday lives at 8 p.m. Central Time. So as soon as I get off from work, I'll be heading over to get on with y'all. I'm hoping I don't get caught on any calls. Probably not. I'm gonna try and work my day out to where I don't. But yeah, it's gonna be 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm gonna do my best to figure out how to make these things come up to where y'all can see like an hour ahead of time. Hey, look, this is about to go down. Y'all come through, check it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I know a lot of people will probably watch this, go back and watch this later, which is perfectly fine with me. I appreciate everybody who has come in so far. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, all bell notification. Make sure you share so everybody else can get a piece of the pie too and enjoy the time that we have together because I'm here for a long I'm sorry, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Okay. None of us know whenever everything is gonna be done. Hey Corey's baby, how you doing, mama? First of all, like I said, I want to thank everybody who continues just to come back, deal with, what I'm saying, my channel and all the craziness that has happened, all the support. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Today I just had for the live today. I'm good, mama. I'm good. Just a little tired. I do want a nap. That baby woke up at 2. Yep, he got me at 2 a.m. So I'm just a little tired, gotta clean and all that good stuff. But today well, technically, yeah, today I was challenged. I'm not gonna lie and tell you I wasn't challenged. So a lot of y'all don't know that there was a moment where before I started getting back on and actually doing lives and stuff like that, I was dating this guy. And it was so much drama around that. Like I was like, okay, enough is enough, I'm done. But the reason I say I'm challenged is because you know how whenever you see people and you're like, okay, we used to, what I'm saying, we used to kick it with each other, but they did you so wrong. You know what I mean? Like the way that they did things was just absolutely despicable. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you're just like, bro, like I can't trust anybody anymore. Like legit. Like this is crazy. A lot of people don't realize that whenever you get done wrong so many times and you're such a good person, like you just really and truly want the best for people, even though they continue to, make you feel some type of way or do things to you that you didn't ask for. Hey, Natari, happy Sunday, mama. So dealing with this guy, like me and his people had got cool. I'm one of those people that if I say something to you or if I make a promise to you because I would like for people to do the same for me, I'm gonna keep that promise, period. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna go back on my promise. I'm gonna do what I need to do to keep that promise. But once again, I've had to learn that not everybody will do what I would do. Not everybody is gonna be genuine with you. Not everybody is gonna be upfront with you. Not everybody is gonna treat you the way that you treat them. It's just the way that things happen sometimes, right? Yeah. Uh-oh. Nope, didn't work. Um, and I had to learn that with this person. But whenever you're in your healing process, like I'm one of those people, I just rather stay away from you because emotions run really high and you don't want to do things or say things that will, get you out of your character. Because I'm a very boisterous person. I'm a very upfront person. Like I'm a very blunt person. So I'm definitely a Sagittarius. Let's just start there. I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings with anything that I say, but it's hard for me sometimes to be like to like dial back and say things in a manner where it's like, okay, be more cautious of this person's feelings. And in my head, I'm like, my whole life, ain't nobody been cautious of my fucking feelings. If somebody told me something, that's what the fuck they said. That's what the fuck they meant. So, it's hard for me to be like, um, and I'm gonna use you, Talia, because you my G, and I don't feel like you take it any type of way because I'm just using it as an example. If I come to Talia and I'm like, Talia, like, bro, like, I don't think that you should, y'all got to give me a second because it's in my head, but like I said, I'm not trying to go too hard because Talia is my G. If I come to Talia and I'm like, Talia, I don't like that dress on you. Like, I don't like that dress. That dress is not your color. It's not something that I think you should wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wear that dress. I'm really like blunt with that. Like, there's no, hey Talia, hey mama, I love this dress, but I think that another dress would be better for you. Like, because of what you're trying to, get into and how you're trying to, build yourself up. I just don't think that this Bissonette whore dress is for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had to fight a battle today because I went on to, to show love and to show support to the anniversary, to the birthday, and I just see this idiot on there. And I'm just like, Jesus. And he's fat, he's gained weight. Whenever me and him was together, he was very slim. He kept up with his body for the most part as far as physique went. And I'm just like, once again, I'm not here to body shame nobody because as y'all can see, baby, the cellulite is cellulite over here. I'm not, I'm working on myself as well. But whenever you see somebody that you just like, bro, like you really, um, I wouldn't let you leave the house looking crazy, Flip. You really cut for that person, bro. Like you wanted nothing but the best for them. You wanted to build with them. You wanted to have an empire with them. You did everything that you could to get them to move their fucking feet because you was moving your feet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really hard for you to just ignore whenever you see them or whenever you see different things. Now, once again, most people would look at me right now and be like, bro, you winning. Which technically in a financial or a stable, or whatever type of situation you may want to say it is, I'm winning. But people don't realize that even though I know I'm winning because I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, my rent is pretty expensive, which I don't take that as a win. Hey, Sasha, I don't take that as a win because baby, this rent is kicking me in the teeth. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I have a home to go to every night. Me and my son are not out on the street. Me and my son are not, trying to figure out what we're going to do for food, so technically in those aspects, I am winning. But whenever you have somebody hurt you, and I'm just being real with everybody, it sucks to see them, period. It doesn't matter if they're doing good. It doesn't matter if they're doing bad. All that don't matter. It just sucks to see them, period. Like legit, like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't wish any bad on anybody. Y'all seen me 8,000 times on here. Like, I've had the hard conversations about what has happened to my son or what happened to my son. Um, I've talked to y'all about the relationship that I had with his father, dealing with all these things. But I've been through so much in my life. Like that even before that happened, I had so much happen to me. And like I said, you don't want to see anybody doing bad, but you hate to see the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You just want to punch them in the fucking throat, you know? But today, like I said, I had to sit down and really, I'm sorry to hear that your allergies messing with you, Sasha. I know them things suck, man. I had to really humble myself because a part of me wanted to drive around the corner and, you know what I'm saying, because it is raining, you know what I'm saying, just splash a motherfucker. But it was okay. The other part that I felt a little upset about or a little, uneasy about was because I don't want to see you that bad and because that is your side of the family, even though I made the promise to, that I made to your side of the family as far as it goes with my kid. Like, I'm missing out on events. I'm missing out on things that I could be going out to do because I don't want to be there with you. The first time I did it, because I did it, I went to one of the events, and how this idiot keeps getting picked up and brought to the events, I have no fucking idea. All right. I have no idea, but he does. Um, but you're there. It was so awkward. And I hated the point that I was introduced as the ex. Like, if these people don't know, then they don't know. Like, I shouldn't be introduced as the ex, but I can't be mad at anybody for introducing me that way because technically, even though I broke up with this person and told them they had to get the fuck out my shit, we are exes to each other. Now, if I saw you in the street, I wouldn't admit none of that. I would walk past you and wouldn't piss on fire next to you so you could roll yourself over and put it out. When when you see me in the street, remember you don't know me. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I guess today, because of the rain, because it's storming out here. Like, because of the rain, and because I really wanted to go to this event and let my son go and bowl and enjoy himself, because he's never gone bowling before, even though he is too. I still wanted to make sure that we had time to go out and celebrate these moments, because these moments are some that you can't get back. And I've been, dealing with moments that you can't get back. So that's what I want to talk about today. I put the link in the chat for anybody that want to come up, and maybe ask some questions, or whatever it may be. Just kick it with me, because it's Sunday. We kicking our feet up. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and y'all. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. Um, but mentally, this is something that can really destroy people, because whenever you put your all into a situation, you know, and I think we were together about 2, 3 years. I'm gonna say two just to be on the safe side. But throughout that time, I sit down and I held you up. I paid all the bills. I made sure that if you needed anything for a new job that you possibly could have gotten, that you had it, you know, bro, like, for what? And that's why I tell people all the time, because whenever I met this person, I was like, look, bro, I'm not hard up for nothing. If you just looking for friendship, I'm down with friendship. I have no qualms with friendship. But don't sit here and try and trick me with a fake gold chain. I'm still looking for my forever person in this moment. I'm still looking for the person that's gonna be there for me, just like I'm there for them, if not more. But I don't mind being acquaintances with you. You know what I'm saying? But once again, that fucking word, potential. That word has been a put it like this, my fucking toenails have potential at this point, okay? My fucking toenails have potential to fucking grow, to be a motherfucking CEO of a company, to walk the fucking dog, to be a great fucking parent. Potential, that fucking word has haunted me for a very long time. And I'm just tired of that fucking word. Like, I'm tired of dealing with people who possibly have potential, but you're not where you need to be, nor are you doing what you need to do just to be in that moment to, go into that full potential. And mentally, it can be exhausting dealing with somebody like that. Like, straight up, it's exhausting. You're forever trying to figure out how to help them. You're forever trying to get them on the right track. You're forever trying to make sure that they have what they need. You're forever trying to make these things happen, and for you and for them, and you just get exhausted, right? So I guess today my thing was that I want people who are out there who are dealing with potential to understand that your motherfucking toenails have potential. And if you've been digging at this and digging at this and digging at this, and there's no, what I'm saying, there hasn't been anything that's come about, it's gotten worse, it's staying stagnant, and that's not what you want. Please, if you don't do nothing else, don't waste your time. We don't know how much time we have in those hourglasses, or those, sand glasses that look like hourglasses on our lives. I wouldn't recommend anybody sit there and waste any more time than what you have to dealing with somebody who is mentally, emotionally, and even sometimes, physically, detrimental to what you got going or how you feel. Um, hey, Sunshine Goddess. Yes, your toenails, goddess. Yes, your toenails. Because everything in this world has potential. My dog has potential. My son has potential. I have potential. This watch has the potential just to help me just to lose the weight that I'm trying to lose. But once I figure out that the watch ain't working right, it ain't doing what I needed to do, then either I need to do one or two things: completely get rid of the watch and look for something else, or figure out what's wrong with the watch and get it to where it needs to be so it can do what I need it to do so I can lose the weight. It's all up to you. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just a little tired. Like I said, the baby woke up at 2 and I was like, I'm not ready. So yeah, he woke up at 2 this morning, 2 a.m. So I was like, all right. I had to be up with him. You know, I can't let him be up at 2 by himself. So that's my word for today for Sunday. Okay. That's my situation for Sunday. Mental health, your mental health is the should be the most important thing to you whenever it comes down to anything. Whenever you're on the plane, what they tell you whenever stuff starts to go bad, put the mask on your face first and then help everybody else. If you have children, then help the children. If there's somebody elderly or somebody next to you who apparently can't help themselves, then you help. But if you can't help yourself first, if you're literally trying to figure it out yourself first, you can't help anybody because you can't even help your fucking self. So at the end of the day, I don't want anybody to continue just to use that word potential as something that is supposed to be something that's good, because that word can get you into a lot of trouble. It can get you into a lot of like, whoo, craziness. Okay. Needless to say. So I know that I waited, but I really wanted y'all to be able to come on in and kick your feet up and just kick it. I'm still working on things for you guys. I'm still modifying things for you guys. So please, if you don't mind, bear with me. But things are going to get better. I have a lot of great things in store for you guys, for us. It's just me and you. I got y'all. We're going to do a little something, something, little something, something. Okay. But yeah, that's what I want to come on and talk about. Hold your head high. If somebody has done something wrong to you and you need that time to take to yourself to be better for yourself and to be better for, if you have children, be better for your children, do that. Okay. Yes, it can be a very devious word, Corey's baby. Potential can be a very devious word, very devious word. Um, and I just wanted to make sure that I came on and I talked about it because, it's kind of hard to sit back and watch somebody who's done you wrong or that has done you something and you just let it be like, okay, we're just gonna let it fly. That can be so hard sometimes. It can be detrimental sometimes. And I just wanted to share my experience with that because, like I said, I hadn't seen, well, let me not tell a lie. Because eventually this idiot became homeless. Well, once I kicked him out, he was homeless. And I didn't understand why he stayed on my side of town, literally 2 steps up the street. That was dumb. But I can't stop somebody who's grown from doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't wait to bring it to you, Corey's baby. I can't wait to bring it to all y'all. I'm out shopping for me because I'm always clothing these kids and they be throwing those clothes all over and don't take care of them. No, you're right. God is they don't. Like, I feel like I know my son needs shoes. I know he has to be clothed. It's just, bro, sometimes I'll be like, bro, you just got a brand new pair of Adidas. Like, I'm still wearing the same Crocs that I had from, 2 years ago. You didn't got 8 new pairs of shoes within that time, if not more. Because at that time, whenever I was still dealing with my mother, she buy him shoes. She just dropped off a bag. I'm still, once again, still long wooden spoon. But I'm not gonna let my son miss out because my relationship with my mother is not something that's cohesive. So whenever she said she was gonna drop the stuff off, I was like, just put it on the door, I'll get it once I finish working. No, I'm not gonna do that. Blase, blase, it's too much stuff. So then I guess maybe she had to change her heart, or maybe she realized that the situation between us as adults should not affect the children or the grandchildren in her case. So she dropped the stuff off and she was guessing on the sizes, especially the shoes. The shoes were a little too small. Only one pair of shoes are actually ones that he could wear long term, and the other ones I would have to. He needs to wear them now because if not, got the monkey claws over the front. They just, you know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. Goddess, you have to do what you need to do for you as well. Because, like I said, you can't put the mask on another person if you're passed out, including your own children. So, yes, definitely, I agree with that 110%. Girl, you shop till you drop. If you got it like that, or if they got sales going on at Burlington stuff like that, then baby, do that. Okay. 6 years, no contact, best decision I ever made. Laugh out. Hey, baby, I'm working on it. At the end of this year, going into next year, it'll be the first year that I haven't dealt with certain people. I just had to let them go and I left them where they were. More power to you. Hey, Raquel. I just left them where they were. So, needless to say, after me and this idiot stopped talking to each other, or whenever the straw that broke the camel's back had hit for me and I kicked him out, he was homeless and he was literally around the corner from my apartments. And I'm like, why are you staying so close? Like, we got downtown where they have shelters, you know what I'm saying? Like, go way over there, like way the fuck over there. And it's like, no, I just need to be over here. Now, once again, because like I said, I haven't talked to him. But baby, I saw that picture and I saw how plump he was and the teeth. I think one of them in the front then chipped off halfway. And he's smiling big like he just won the fucking lotto. And I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you so fucking happy whenever you have literally nothing? You're living on the streets. You're literally on a cot that ain't big enough for my son to sleep on. You got the whole setup going with the bum basket and everything. Not only that, you got a bum bitch out there with you too. So I'm just like, man, come on now. Like, how are you so happy? Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Raquel?
girl, nothing. You know, I'm about to go get me something to eat. That's when I'm at the motherfucking house and shit.
I'm dead. No, ma'am.
I'm gonna let y'all know where I'm at in a bit.
You on
You
mute?
on mute?
I can't
I
hear
can't
you
hear
no
you.
more. Oh, it transferred from the car to the phone. We didn't hear you.
Oh shit! It did transfer from the car to the phone. I said, "Oh, my girl live." I forgot because I didn't forget. I was driving. I was like, "I gotta get on the Kanisha live," but it was raining. I said, "I got." She wanted to wait a couple minutes till I stopped because I ain't crashing out. And then this guy almost hit me, so I said, "Oh, she definitely gonna have to wait." It was a little bit much going on.
Yeah.
That's all.
Goddess, I don't know, baby. I couldn't tell you because, like I said, the way that it even got back to me was one of my people that I deal with. I usually do her husband's locks, and she called me up and she's like, "Bro, like I'm not gonna lie to you, like I just saw your man's," and I'm like, "My man's? I ain't got no fucking man's. Who you talking about?" She was like, "Man, this boy, I'm trying not to say no names, but he's like, this boy's out here in front of the store. He was laying on the cot. Not only is he out there on the cot that ain't big enough for my son to even sleep on,
It's
this
okay.
fool
It's okay
has a
because you got me.
bum bitch out there with him. So
Okay.
he's a bum, she's a bum, and they bumming together.
Just one. Just me.
And for my brain, for the life of me, I can't
I'm not
figure
sure
out
yet.
how
Can
he's
I
so fucking
decide when I
happy
get to the
in these
table?
photos. And I'm not down to his
I'm
happiness.
not.
If you're happy, baby, you happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and be mad at you for that. It was just mind boggling for me. And yes, he is in the element, and he probably is fronting. I have no idea, goddess. I'm just being real with you. It just what's the word I'm looking for? It boggled my brain. I would not be happy being no bum. I would not be happy having to live out in the elements, having to figure out where my next meal gonna come from. Where are you using a bathroom at? Like, we're humans. You gotta use bathroom on both ends. You out here wiping your behind with grass? Like, what are you out here doing, boo? But I can't think about that. I have to keep moving forward. I just hate that I can't go to the functions and be a part of the functions and and show my face and enjoy myself like everybody else because I know he's gonna be there. And right now it's just not the time because it's still fresh for me. Yes, I was flabbergasted. I was perplexed. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I don't want to go through that. I did it once. Because I was like, hey man, I'm strong enough to do this. I can go. I can enjoy myself. But with the way that they had it set up, like there was two different sides, and the side that I wanted to be on with the people that I actually knew I wasn't able to do that because he was over there. And in my head, I'm like, bro, like I will smack the fuck out you. Like I will turn your fucking wig back straight up. And it was so crazy because, hey, Portia, as y'all come in, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you new. Make sure that you cut on your notification bells if you new. So just to catch you up, Portia, so we're talking about whenever you're dealing with something that mentally affects you. And right now, mine was this idiot. Thank you, Goddess. I appreciate all the hugs, all the love. I'm dead, Nani. Shut up. She say, laugh out loud, fill his muffin cap back. Not fill his muffin cap back, Blue. It's okay. It's okay, Raquel. I figured that's what happened. But yeah, learning how to, you know what I'm saying, to um working on being able to be comfortable around this person or being around these people and living your life and not worrying about them, it can be a very tough thing to do. I mean, for myself, I'm just being real, like, bro, like you play too much. Like you out here, you a bum. Whoever this woman is, like I said, because the news got back to me through somebody else. I wasn't looking for it. Like I was in here living my best life. I'm playing Crash Bandicoot and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm chilling with my kid. We going to the park. We going, swimming. We having fun. And this gets back to me, and I'm like, bro, it can only be the devil, because I don't have any. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't really care about what this person is doing or what they're not doing. Like live your life, have fun. But yeah, it can be very tough. And that's another reason why I always give so much time in between. Hold on, y'all. Y'all friend wants some attention. Hold on. My bad, y'all. But yeah. Uh I don't want to care anymore. Like I wish that there was, I don't know if anybody else has ever watched that episode of what is it called? Futurama, where Leela thinks that Fry is unalive. And there's this place where she can go. It's like a doctor's office. Thank you, Nani. Yes, ma'am. Um, I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all can hear Kyle. He didn't want to stay out in the living room and enjoy himself uh on his own, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, just not being upset because you can't do the things that go to these different events and enjoy time with people that you want to enjoy time with and spend time with, and do the things that you want to do, because I stay at home all the time, like legit. I'm just here, me and the baby. I work from home. Everything literally is in my home. So being able to be invited out and to actually go out and enjoy time away from home, it's few far in between, because I don't really mess with nobody like that. um so to be able to be invited out to these events and just feel like, hey man, we just chilling, you know what I'm saying? We relaxing, we bowling or whatever it is we're doing. We at the main event, whatever it is that we're doing. We done went to the zoo, whatever it is. I'm just chilling. And to feel like I can't do that because you're there, it messes with me. It really does. And I can't even sit here and be mad at his parents, because that's his mother. She's gonna want her child to be there for, her milestones. And I completely understand that and I get that. It just, I guess I just have a little bit of a different outlook on it because of the way that he does things and how he decides to treat people, you know. Because I'm not gonna sit here, if my kid is doing wrong, I don't care what's going on. I don't care how much I love him. I don't care how much I care about him. If you're doing wrong, then you're doing wrong as my child. And I'm not going to stand for that. I'm not going to sit there and make other people feel weird about situations because you're going to be there. Like, that's just really how I feel. especially if you're not, you know what I'm saying? If you're not, you don't call, you don't text, you don't, man, what? I love you. Of course, I care about you, but there has to be a point where there's a line. Do any of y'all feel that way? Like, I really want somebody to come up here and talk to me about this because I want to make sure that the way that I'm thinking about this situation, if there's another part to this, or if there's something that maybe I'm not understanding that somebody else can give some insight on, because like I said, I really do. Exactly. And I swear, God, that is one of the things that I have noticed about myself. Like, I will never sit here and say that that's not something that I haven't noticed. Like, I expect for people to treat me the way that I would be treated, or to do the things that I would do. And it's like, complaining about therapist, I know she better. And it's just like, bro, like, why can't you see where I'm coming from too? Like, he don't treat you right either. He don't do right by you either at all. This particular person has ran you through the fucking ringer. Like, I'm not a bad person. I've kept up my end of the bargain since we've had a bargain. As long as you're not doing anything crazy to my kid, or, making me feel like my kid is unsafe, I'm going to keep up my end of the bargain. And that's what I've done. But I feel like there should be moments where you should understand, that I get it. It's your kid. I get it. But whenever your kid, responsibility, holding them accountable for what they're doing. I'm gonna get to you, Thalia. Holding them accountable for what they're doing or what they're not doing. Like, come on, man. Like, I would never do that to my kid, especially if somebody else who ain't even my kid is damn near treated me better. I've only known you for a little bit of time. 2 years ain't long at all. 3 years ain't long at all to me. But I call, I text, I check up on you. I make sure that you're good. You could barely get this motherfucker just to say hi. I feel like I should have been able to come to that party and be comfortable at that party without having to see this motherfucker or deal with this fucking dickhead. But no, once again, my kids, they come above all. I love my fucking mother. But once I realized she wasn't doing what she needed to do as a mother for me, I had to let that go. That was just common sense. That was just me understanding that, hey, I'm not going to sit here and let you do me bad anymore. Period. I don't care who you are. Mother, father, friend, fucking fraud. You're not going to sit here and treat me any kind of way. I do it if my mom has an event. I go and just try to ignore another person or just say hi and move around. And you know what, Nani? And for some people, that's easier to do. But for me, it's so hard because I want to fuck you up. Like, I want to help you out. Like, I want you to feel how I felt whenever you did me the way that you did me. That's where my issues come in at. And because I've changed so much and I don't just pop off, like, I'm not one of them people where I tell you, if I see you, it's on site. No, whenever I see you, I'm getting you like it's on site. Like, there's nothing else that you can say to me. Nothing is going to stop me from busting you up. Y'all think these arms are big for no reason? Y'all think these hands are big for no reason? No, that's work. I will fuck your life up. Like, don't play with me. But once again, that's that mental side. That's that side that I understand that, once again, we all have to work on. I have to sit down and I have to work on that. I have to be okay with, I literally sit up here and make sure that you're good. I call, I text, you know what I'm saying? I reach out, and your own kid don't even do it. And there was no space for me. Literally, there was no, you made it to where there was no space for me. Oh, you can come, but he's going to come. And man, what? He don't have to go to every fucking event. He's been going to every event since he was however old he was. He can miss one. He can miss one event. It's not that crucial. But okay, maybe, like I said, I wish somebody would get up here and talk to me about it, because maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way, but I don't like it. And you're right, Talia. I do have to protect myself. I do have to be a friend to me. And that is something that I'm working on, because I've gone through so much. I've dealt with so much. It's hard for me to be there for myself whenever I've been in survival mode my whole life. And then once I had my first son, it made it even worse, because it's like, just me, this t-shirt right here. I think it was a Walmart. Me buying this shirt, it was on sale. I got 2 of them that are the same. If y'all see me wearing the same shirt or shorts, I have multiples. Trust me. But they were on sale. And whenever I can find something on sale, I tend to buy, even if it is the exact same thing, I'll buy another one or another 2 or another 3. You know, but it's hard for me to do that being in survival mode as long as I have. And I still have not gotten out of survival mode because even till this day, my son comes first. Period. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how nobody feels. If he needs something, even if he don't need it, his birthday coming up. He got a birthday coming up. He don't need no more toys. This baby got so many toys in there. Like, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. But it's his birthday. I want him to have new toys for his birthday. I want him to be better on his birthday. I want him to feel like it's his day because it is his day. You know, in the Tory, like you said, nobody's there for me. The only person that can be there for me is me. Because I'm the one that's sitting up here and I'm making shit happen. I'm making everything work. I'm making sure that everybody have what they need whenever they need it. I'm doing that. Nobody else is doing that. And you're right. Whenever it comes down to somebody taking care of me, nobody ever takes care of me. I've helped people out with shoes from work. I've paid people's fucking mortgages. I've helped people with their fucking cell phone bills. Anything you could think of, I've done it. And whenever I would come around to ask for, and it's most of the time, it was never money. It was nothing monetary. It's like time. And for me, time is the most valuable thing in this world because you can't get more of it. You can't reset it. And once it's done, it's done. There's no going back to the store for that. So if I ask you to help me with something, you know, give me a little bit of your time. What is that? What is it for you just to give me a little bit of your time? It's nothing. It's nothing. But does it mean a great deal of, you know, mean a great deal to me? Of course it does. Does it help me to be more respectful or to respect you more? Because I'm like, damn, you reciprocating what I reciprocated to you. I can't wash one hand by itself. You can't, you can try, you know, but you ain't gonna get the back. Like you'll get the hands work together. They wash each other. I helped you out, help me out. If I, you know, you needed something or I needed something, hey, the hands wash each other. Period. You can't wash one hand by itself. You're gonna miss the back, you're gonna miss the in between the knuckles and stuff. You don't know what you got going in between there. Some mushrooms that you ain't even know about. You don't know because you ain't been able just to wash the hands properly. But the hands wash each other. You help me, I help you. And I just haven't been able just to get that. And it's so daunting. I'm dead, Notori. Don't play with her, don't play with her, don't play with her. Do you have to have a certain amount of followers to come up? No, not at all. I put the link in the chat. And I can put it in there again, Goddess, so you can get it. This is doggone it. What is this platform? This is StreamYard. So I just take the link and I put it in the chat for you guys. I'm pretty sure Talia can pin it for me because I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. And then you just click on the chat, put your name in, and then once I see you on the backstage, then I can just invite you in. Kai's birthday is June the 3rd. My son Jordan's birthday is June the 13th. Corey's baby said, I understand you wholeheartedly. I've been in a similar situation like that with my mother, shaking my head. It was horrible, but I just had to let go and take care of me and my own. Your sanity comes first, and that's true. You ever so often I go through the kids' toys and start tossing. I threw away 4 trash bags full and barely made a dent. See what I'm talking about? This is exactly why I have no friends. I can't fuck with people. Delanthe, I'll give you my time, baby, anytime. Thank you, Delanthe. Nani says someone can only waste my time so many times. And I agree. And that's where I made it to. And even though I made it to that point because this person was fucking up, this person was doing stuff they had no business doing, this person was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give y'all a video on that. I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story on that, you know, from the part where whenever I was like, okay, enough is enough, you got to go. I'll start there. But I'm gonna give y'all a video on it just so y'all can understand like what I really went through with this person and why I should not have to be put on the fucking back burner for this idiot who can't keep us. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. With video coming, it's coming. When you are so deep in survival mode, you forget your favorite color. Think about it. You are fighting for another day that you don't enjoy the day. I agree. Then they a ghost and I don't know them. Facts. The people that's always constantly in drama, y'all got to leave them alone. Thank you, Talea. I just have to flip out because it's overwhelming when you're the only one doing for everybody and don't get the same in return. And I agree with you, Notori. It's so tiring. Like you wake up and it's like another day with this bullshit, like, and you don't want, like, I can speak for myself. I don't want to feel that way. I want to wake up and feel refreshed, and like my battery has been recharged. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wake up and feel like, oh my god, I'm so tired, and now I have to take care of the baby, and I have to make sure that the dog gets fed and walked. I have to make sure that the baby is clean. I have to make sure he's not messing himself up. I'm paying all the bills. I'm the taxi driver. I'm the nurse. I'm the whatever you can think of. That's what I am, and it's so draining. And to not have somebody come in and replenish your battery, or at least help you do that, because it's your responsibility to to replenish your battery. I forget the lady's name, but she's a famous woman, and she explained how she had made it to a point where she didn't have diapers for her kid, and she said she'd never go back there. Everything in the cup is for you. And that's something that I've learned and I've been working on. Everything in my cup is mine. It's for me. Everything outside the cup runneth over now. The cup runneth over. If it runs over, then you can distribute to other people that you feel deserve it. But everything in the cup should never be shared with nobody. That's for you. And that is something that I had to learn. And I am still working on that because I still want to help people. I still want to reach out a helping hand. Because that's just, sometimes y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I sit down and I ask God why he made my heart the way that it is. I'm so giving. I'm so understanding. I try to help everybody. I will give you the shirt off my back, knowing I don't have another one to put on. And I ask him, why make me like that? There's so many other people out here who are killing it because they just straight, their hearts are so cold. They don't need a freezer to keep it that way. It pumped like that every day, but I'm so freaking soft about different things. Don't get it twisted. I will fuck somebody up. But my empathy and my sympathy for people, because I've gone through so much. I don't think there's anything that anybody could tell me that I probably haven't gone through myself. And the pieces, I can't find some of the pieces to my heart anymore. I can't find some of the pieces to fix it. And the parts that I am able to fix, they're not even the same anymore. They'll never be the same again, ever. And it's like, why? Why can't I just be savage? Why can't I just beat people to fuck up all the time and not care? You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I don't want to be that way. But I'm to the point where it's like, damn, what do I do? What do I do? Hold on, Notori, I got you.
Hey
Hey,
girl.
Notori.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, Mama. How about yourself?
I'm okay. Like I said, I had to I had to flip out because I feel like people doing too much.
And
I
you right
feel
for it, baby. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's because I just want to help everybody. But I saw you, Notori, and you right. And it's just you. It's hard to sit there and just turn the blind eye whenever you know that your own fucking kid couldn't do what the fuck you asked them to do.
mm-hmm.
And then
I
somebody comes along who's genuine as fuck, who just really wants to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to be there. And it's like, no, can't make an exception. Never. My kids come first. But I want you to snap your hand and spray. How do you feel about that? Like, honestly, if you feel like I'm looking at it the wrong way, all I ever ask you to do is be honest. I
no, you
feel like,
definitely not looking at it. No, I completely understand because, like we were saying in the chat, like if you always there for somebody, who's really there for you when you need somebody there? You're not even there for yourself because you so invested in being there for other people that you done left yourself out. And so when it comes time for that to be reciprocated, it's like everybody give you their ass to kiss. They done took so much out of you that once they're done taking what they need to take from you, it's like, all right, I got enough of her.
Go for Pedro, and they out.
So it's like I don't look at it excuse me, I don't look at it as you looking too much into it. Not at all. Cause like I said, once in a while everybody feels that way. And again, it's so overwhelming because it's like, dang, I'm going through something that nobody knows about. And it's because I'm so busy
Hey, bring that to
dealing
me.
with this person that I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have that time for myself. And like you said, only thing you asking for is time. And people can't get it to you. So with that being said, you gotta stop giving people your time. You gotta stop helping other people. You gotta start thinking about you and your child.
And I understand and I agree with you 110%, but it still doesn't stop my heart from wanting to help people. It doesn't.
No, yeah.
My
I
heart is
mean, it's
big.
we're not telling you we're not telling you not to be your authentic self because you're gonna be you regardless. But at the same token, you just gotta stop giving so much of yourself to people that wouldn't even do the same for you.
I
It's
agree.
okay to be there for somebody, but listen, I'm gonna be there for about as much as I want to be there, not for however much you want me to be there. Because you going through something, I'm going through something. I'm hearing everything that you're going through. I'm there for you. You know why you going through this, but I'm going through something too. Are you there for me when I'm going through this? Or and can I lean on your shoulder and cry when you going through something? So if I can't lean on your shoulder, then it's only but so much of my shoulder. I have two shoulders. It's only but so much of both of my shoulders that I'm gonna give you.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You
Talia said
definitely could be yourself, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta put a boundary to it, cause it's like,
that's the
damn.
thing. And that's the part, and that's one of the parts that I really wanted to talk to somebody else about because you have sons, right?
Hmm.
Your sons, do have they started dating? Do they have like little girlfriends and kids and stuff yet? Because I can't remember how old they were. I think you said it one time and I forgot.
Well, my 17-year-old started dating, but then it was like he not like my kids are more to themselves.
Okay, so here's the question. Your 17-year-old starts dating this person. Your 17-year-old don't call you. He don't text you. You barely get a hey fucking cat dog. Like he don't give a it's like he don't give a fuck about nothing but himself. If you alive or not, hey man, today you might be tomorrow. You well, what the fuck ever. And then you get this person who comes into your life. Hold on, goddess, I'm just gonna invite you up. You get this person that, hey goddess,
Hey,
Hey,
goddess.
hey, hey, hey.
you get the person that comes into your life and you talk to that person and that person they call you, they text you, and this is outside of anything extra. That baby is, you're not the mother to that child, you're none of that, but this baby has sat there and shown you more respect, shown you that you're more of a person than your own fucking son has. If that person asks you, hey look, just this one time, because I really want to attend this event, but you know, me and your son went through something because your son can't keep his, I'm gonna use the word hands to himself. But
Hmm.
it's not the hands that I'm talking about because there was,
It's the other hand. Uh-huh. I get it.
would would you be like, no, my son is coming regardless. I don't care what's going on. Or would you have enough, you know what I'm saying, respect for that person, be like, damn, even though this person isn't blood to me, this person then came through, they always respectful, they do their best to call and check up on me, make sure I'm good. This motherfucker could care less about if I'm living or if I'm breathing. They don't give a fuck. What would you do?
Whoa, girl. Ooh.
I think for me, um, just because I don't know the whole story, right? And so, but I think personally, uh, and this is just my opinion, I think you are taking it too personal, babes. Like I get it. Look, 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 look. Let me say it like this. Like because I've been in your shoes, and I think a number of us in the room have been in your shoes, right? But it's just tweaked a little bit different. And I know it's easier said than done. A lot of times people are like, "Oh, well, just do this," but you have to recognize that people haven't gotten to the point where you are. So, like, I've been in your shoes where I was married to somebody who couldn't keep their quote unquote hands, right? And I'm going to say both hands, right? And I'm not going to just say them because I know we have a tendency to blame it on the other person because we're hurt. Because baby, we was rumbling, okay? And I'm not talking about no little kitten, no little kitten. I'm talking about baby fighting each other, throwing each other out windows. I'm talking about raw, like WWE. We okay, for blood. I'm talking about to the death, okay? So, but and all that, and in all of it, once I decided I've had enough, I had enough. I walked away from not only that person, but I walked away from everything and everybody. Like when I tell you that I picked up and set a plan for myself, shut up my mouth, and I got to a place where it was like, okay, what do I want? And I think that's where you need to get, babe. You need to get to a point where it's like, what do I want? To hell what people think, what they think because like I told you in the chat, you're expecting you out of other people. And
Mhm.
and that is what's hurting you more. Is because you look at it like, oh my God, I'm so kind, I'm so considerate, I'm so this and the third. But think about it like this. Baby, I will knock you through that damn window if you test me. Because that
Mhm.
is also you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that's also you. So you have to start showing people that, baby, I will knock you through that damn window. Don't play with me.
Mhm.
No, the answer is no. It has to start being no to them and yes to you.
Right. I agree.
Yes to you. So I hear what you're saying as far as like, oh well, I wanted to be there, blah blah blah. But you also have to give yourself grace. We forget to give ourselves grace because the I don't know how anybody believes, and I don't want to offend anybody, but the Most High gives us grace and mercy, and we be the last one to give it to ourselves.
Agreed.
Amen. Amen.
Agreed.
So give it to you. You're hurting, grieve. This was something you were in, you were involved, you were in love, you were feeling the type of way. Babes, that's not gonna go away today. To this day, for me, it's been, I think, 6 years. I think I've been 5 or 6 years, somewhere in there. And there are times when certain songs come on, I'll be like, damn, you know what? Like, girl, and I do care about the person because that's who I am. But am I where I was? No. And for that, I have to stop and be like, oh, Lord, I thank you. Because, baby, I was on the way to the house, okay? The jailhouse, baby. I was there. But
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore. And so, most time, I thank you. So, give yourself grace, give yourself kindness, give yourself mercy, and be mad. Damn it. It's so many phases to grieving, and it looks different for everybody.
Mhm.
I always recommend to people, go to a rage room. Baby, you don't know how much rage you got built up inside of you until you get your behind up in the rage room and you think about all of it. And you're
Mhm.
able to really let go and just beat stuff. Oh my gosh, it's so freeing. When you're in the car, holler. Let
Mhm.
that energy out because it's trapped in you. It's like soup. You got a lid on you and you're trying to contain it. No, let that damn pot, let the top off, holler, and then open up them windows and let that energy get out.
And
Let
that's
it
the thing.
out.
That's the thing. I want to go off of what you said when you say you still care. It's all right to still care for a person, but you can care
Yeah,
for them from a distance.
But I
yeah,
hate
You care
I
for
hate
them
that
from a
feeling
distance.
though. Notori, like I don't want to give a fuck. I don't want to care. Like I
Well, then
want
you
you
don't
to
have
but
to give
feel the
it.
way that I felt whenever you did what you did to me, because you didn't
Right.
give a fuck. You didn't care. If you cared about me, you would have
no.
done
Right.
it.
Absolutely. So
Okay,
then you
no.
don't have to care. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, if you gotta go to a rage room, if you gotta sit in your car and scream, let that shit out. Because the more you keep it bottled up, the more
Yep.
it's gonna bother you, the more it's gonna fuck with your sanity and your peace. And
And
I
that's what a
think
person want. That's what people want. People
yes,
want Kanisha to go motherfucking haywire so that it'll look like you the crazy one. Oh, she just bugging out. Oh,
exactly.
she this. Oh, she that. Now, fuck that. I wasn't all of that when I was there for you. I
Right.
wasn't. I wasn't like that when I was putting myself before I put. Before I mean, when I was putting you before I was putting myself. So
Yes.
I'm not all that fucking bugged out. I got my screws. My screws is there. It's y'all motherfuckers that's draining all of my energy with y'all bullshit.
Yes. Babes, you have monitoring spirits around you and you have energy suckers around you.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
They're wait they're I and how I always describe this, I don't know if you guys have seen Mel Gibson's version of Passion of the Christ.
mm-mm,
You haven't?
mm-mm.
Okay, listen. For those who have, they're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. There's the part in there where Judas, when Judas is getting ready to betray Jesus, and if you notice, Satan was just lingering. Baby, he didn't say nothing to them people. He was just there, monitoring, seeking to see how he can push people to sit. But you know what I'm saying? I don't like, I mean, you could, watch it. And the only reason that I'm saying it is because I feel like it's a perfect depiction of how people sit and watch and wait. And it just takes a little bit, baby, all it takes is just a little speck. And then look at her. She losing her shit. She
Mm-hmm.
foaming at the mouth. Look at her, look at her, look at her, look at her. And that tickles their spirit. It gives them pleasure. It's an energy transfer because then it's like, oh, watch this, watch this, watch this. I have the ability to control her. Watch. I'm gonna say this thing and she gonna lose her shit. And watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch. And then you're the one looking crazy. You foaming at the mouth. You cussing people out. This, that, and the third. And they sitting there like, what is your problem?
Yeah,
Why are you
agreed.
acting like this? I
Agreed.
didn't even say anything to you.
And that's
Yep.
why I just sit back. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying, like wild out or nothing like that. It was just something that, like I said, because today I wanted to go to that celebration. I wanted to take my kid out to go bowling for the first time ever. Like I wanted to go, but I know myself and I can't go because I know because you've already made it very clear that you're not going to tell him he can't go or ask him can he miss this time. You're not going to do that. It's all about him and what he got going, whatever it is, because that's your kid. Whatever, no big deal. But did I want to go and enjoy the festivities and be normal like everybody else, or at least just have some fun? Yes, I did. Like I said, I don't go nowhere. I don't have friends. So to have those little moments to be able to get out and do that, it means a lot to me. But not whenever I'm sitting there and not only am I being introduced as the ex-girlfriend, like people are looking at me like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like the same way I would probably look at somebody like, bro, why are you here? You're the ex. Like, once you're done, you're done. And it's like, because even though I broke it off with him, even though I told him he had to go, even though I finally said enough was enough with him, I had a conversation with his mother. And I'm not one of them people that I'm going to go back on what I said. There was only one stipulation to that. If you ever do anything to my kid to hurt them and I find out, it's done. Other than that, I don't mind still going to, functions. I don't mind still letting my baby be around y'all because he knows y'all. There's not a lot of people that he knows. I don't bring
Right.
him around everybody. So it's
Right.
like I don't have a problem with that. No, but whenever it puts me in a predicament where I literally have to sit there and I'm looking stupid like why can't she just let go? Like that's how I look to other people. And not only that, like I said, that last event that had, there were two sides. I didn't get to go to the side where I was able just to speak to the brother and his wife because I know them. I was sitting on the side where I didn't know nobody. And I'm like,
Mm.
why do I have to be sitting over here? Why don't y'all ask him? Because I'm not gonna do it because if I ask him, I'm gonna smack him. Straight up. That's gonna be me asking. What you wanna do? Why
But then
don't
that
you
would
sit
that
to
would
the other
but
side?
then that would make you look like the fucking crazy one. You know what I'm
Exactly.
Yeah.
saying?
That's why I
It,
didn't
it
say
would make
anything.
you look like you went looking for fucking trouble.
Exactly. So why can't you just do it? Why can't because I want to be on the side where I know the people. He knows everybody. I don't know everybody. I know these particular people and I will feel more comfortable. Plus, I'm not calling nobody old, baby. I'm not. But
So, but
the side that I was on was mostly more mature people.
yeah, the older side of the family who just real chill and so on and so forth.
I want to go to the side where I can talk to a person and be like, hey, bro, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like, No, I was on the side where I was segregated with the more mature people. And I didn't know half, well, let's just be honest, I didn't know any of them. Only
Oh
person I ever
wow.
knew was his mother. That's it. I didn't know any of them.
But
Mm.
okay, so if you don't mind, because I probably missed this piece of the information. So, like, do you guys have kids or a kid together? Like,
We
so
don't. My son is by another person. He has his own children with other people. I have my son Kai. Technically, I have two children. God is sorry. I don't think you may have went back and looked at my other videos. I have my first son who was 4 whenever he passed away, and now I have a 2-year-old. We don't have any children together. But whenever you talk to somebody with the situation that was at hand, see, that's what I'm saying. It's so hard to explain this right now. If I came to you guys and said me and you was cool or whatever, and you're like, look, I done gone through so much, bro. All I ask is that, even if you and this person fall out, please don't, what I'm saying, make me suffer for it. Don't make me have to pay for what they did. And that includes taking the baby away, doing that sort of stuff like that. And I say, okay, no big deal. Because of the person that I am, I'm gonna hold my end of the bargain. I'm gonna hold my side up, period. And that's what I've been doing. But lately I've just been feeling like, damn, bro, like I've been holding to my side of the situation, but I'm like, one time so I can go to one event so I can feel okay at that event and take my son for the first time where there's people around that I'm cool with, that they understand me, that where he can enjoy himself. Why not? Why
so
is it
let
such
me
a
ask you
problem?
this. Okay, so with that situation, let me ask you this. Have you ever stopped to think like maybe that time is done?
And I have, and that's the reason why today, whenever I saw the photos and I saw that idiot in the photos enjoying himself, big ass Kool-Aid smile. Baby, don't do that. Big ass Kool-Aid, crooked ass, gummed up ass fucking smile. I was like, you know what? Maybe I really need to sit down and just have this conversation with that person because it's hurting me more than it's helping me. You see
And
what I'm
then here's something else that you may want to think about. Why do you have to? I hear what you're saying. I hear you. And as far as like, oh, maybe I should have a conversation. But have you ever also stopped to think that you're validating somebody else instead of validating yourself? It's not
what
about you going to that person and saying, oh, well, listen, you make me feel this way. Because let me tell you one thing about it. People are not stupid, but people will
Mhm.
play on your intelligence if you allow them. People will only treat you the way that you let them. So you also have to understand, like, just like you sat here and you told us that you'll go to battle for your son. You'll go to bat. Like you say, it's his birthday coming up. He having a birthday party. You want him to have it because you want him to have it. So how you know she don't feel like they towards her son? And how do you know that she not sitting there thinking like, oh, okay, so you gonna hurt my baby? You gonna put my baby out on the street? Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask you to stick around so that you can watch, so that you can fall apart. And I don't care about how it makes you feel. If you are willing to put yourself in the fire, baby, I'm gonna sit there and watch you
But you
burn.
burn.
That's not good. But I wouldn't think this person doesn't come off like that. And
But
once again, I
again,
I know what you're
Jesus
gonna
didn't
say.
come off like that either.
That's true. So, and I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying completely. So you make a valid point, and that's why I wanted to at least talk about that today because mentally it was just like it was ailing me because I'm like I don't get it, I don't understand. But whenever you put it in that perspective, it gives me a better idea and understanding of that. And even though I don't want to feel like or see that person would act like that because they just don't seem like the type. Once again, like you said, he didn't seem like the type to do what he did either, but he did. So
Exactly.
you're right.
And the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Mhm.
So yeah, people will con you. That's just like that man stepped in your face and was like, I this, I that, all them statements, and then now look at it, and like you say, he happy as a pig in mud, baby. He all teeth, like you say, look like he done chipped his tooth, baby. But do you think that stopped him? It don't. Do
Not
you
at all.
think that stopped her? It don't. Do you think that she went and said, okay, you know what, like, dang, I did invite her to this, and so like, I'm gonna try that. At least she didn't. So take. Well, I know we hear the statements and we just be looking them over, but no, believe people when they show you.
You're right.
Believe them when they show you who they are. This lady is literally showing you who she is. I know what she's saying. I know, I hear you. And you want to believe that, and you want to feel that, and you want to be like, oh man, but I still want some sense of normalcy. But what if, because a lot of times, we pray for stuff, and then, God be sitting there like, girl, do you think I'm finna tussle with you? Because I'm not. Baby, because it's somebody else. It's the next part. I'll circle back to you because the next person is well ready to let it go. But baby, if you asking me to remove this thing and I got to tussle with you, I'm not gonna do that with you. I'm not. So you sit here and you come ring the bell when you ready to for real, let it go. You have to start thinking about you, putting you first. Validate you. Love on you, circulate your life, make your life what you want it to be. I remember I bought this shirt and it said not all who wander are lost. And I used to tell people when I first got here, people say, oh, what side of town you live on? Baby, I don't know. I ain't got no clue. I don't know. I'm lost and I love it because I get to find my way. I get to make my path. I get to blaze this the way I want it to look, the way I want it to feel. And I get to drive around anybody who does not meet my needs because it's about me. I'm the main character of my life. This
Right.
is main character energy, baby. And sometimes you got to go in the mirror and be like, do you see you? Oh, hey, girl, hey. And
Mm-hmm.
be like, baby, what was I doing? Why was I making other people the main character of my life? Hold up, stand by. And because it's, you know what I'm saying? This is your life. You only have one life to live. And remember, you're raising a son. So your son, you're the first example of what a woman is going to be to your son. Do you want your son to be like, oh, well, dang, my mom just kept on doing this and doing that, and she just kept putting other people first and woo woo woo. No, you want him to carry that same energy. Baby, I'm gonna put me first because I saw my mama do it. And then as kids, you got to let them go and let them flap their wings. As
Mm-hmm.
adults, we're still somebody's child. So
Mm-hmm.
that means we're still learning. Just like your baby boy is learning, babes, you're still somebody's child and you're still learning. Your mom, your stepmom, your mother-in-law, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your granny, whatever the title is, whoever, whatever title, guess what? They got their own lane to run. This is your lane. How do you want to run it? How do you see your life? What do you see in it? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What are the things that you speaking into existence? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Baby,
Yeah.
when I come home, it's love, it's laughter, there's music. When I get into my sheets, baby, they silky, they love on me. Okay, my toes are curled just thinking about it because that's the environment that I've created for me. And when I close my door, baby, it smells like lavender in here. When I lay down on my sheets, I smell the things that I wash my sheets with. You understand what I'm saying? When I comb my hair, it looks good because I took the time to do it. When I put my moisturizer on, baby, my skin is glistening because that's what I need to be out in the streets looking like. It's you, babe. It's you. How do you want you to feel? Damn them people. He showed you who he was. That don't have nothing to do with you.
Word.
Who do you say you are? And
That's a good
speak
question.
that into existence. Sorry, I could be talky. I'm sorry, y'all. I could
Now
be
that
chatty. I'm so
definitely
sorry.
that was powerful right there because I'm just like, yo, you definitely spit some real you spit some shit. You definitely did.
I agree.
Like that really make you think
I,
about your life. Everything you just said literally makes you sit and think about your life. Like, whoa, all of this, and I really wasn't putting myself first.
yep.
Make you think like, nah, I definitely have to
Stop
start
them.
putting myself.
Yeah.
I have to start. Like, you gotta start somewhere, and you want to do it before it gets too late, and there's nothing that you could do to help your own self.
Yep. No, I agree. I agree with you 110%. I'm I guess because like I said, I would for me to sit there and I made this, I said what I said and I stand behind what I said because I am that type of person. It makes
Hmm.
me feel like, what I'm saying, um, you know, Delancey, it makes me feel like I'm not holding up my end of the bargaining because that is who I am. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm somebody that if I tell you something, I'm gonna do it. If I say that I'm gonna go this way or go that way, you don't have to worry about it because that's exactly what I mean. And for me to sit up there and just be like, and this is something that I thought about for a while because I'm like, bro, like I'm just tired of it. I understand that you're gonna go to bat for your children. That's just all it is to a point blank period. No matter how they do you or how they do other people, they're in the right, whatever the fuck you may feel. But it's not fair to me to sit up there and be like, okay, we talked about this. I agreed to it. I said, okay, and I'm holding on my end, but just me asking you just this one time, let me have one fucking day. Because this person has had fucking days with you since beginning. And even then, you don't hear from this motherfucker until he decides to fucking reach out to you or to text you. Excuse me, guys. I know my mouth is dirty, but
No,
you really
mine is too, child.
don't.
Don't let it fool you now.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? And then for somebody to come in like me, and no, I'm not your blood. No, I'm not your daughter biologically. But I've seen some of the best families where they're not even blood. They're not even blood. And I'm like, okay, to ask this one time, you know, to my end of the bargain since I've known you, since I've met you, I've never I've never changed up on you. It's always been the same. You're right. You're right. God is it's not my fucking responsibility to sit up and hold up no end of the bargain with no fucking body, especially whenever I feel like me asking you one fucking time. It ain't like I ask you every single event or everything that happens. Whenever I went to that event where I had to sit with people that I didn't even fucking know, I didn't say nothing about it.
But you
Nothing.
know what?
Awkward, yes. I
But you
didn't say
know what,
nothing about it.
Kanisha? You're not obligated to do shit for people.
And I agree with you. And that's why whenever God said what she said, as soon as she said that part where it's like, they doing what the fuck they doing for them. Like, baby, and
Right.
you really don't even know, like, really are they? Because I don't know, but at the same time, once again, because I always like to see the benefit in people or the give the benefit of the doubt or see the good in people. I don't want to believe that you're sitting up here doing this because that's not what I believe. But at the same time, as soon as God has said it, I swear on everything. I was like, I got my answer. I know what I'm about to do.
Right.
And I'm not turning back. I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I did what I was supposed to do. You didn't even take my feelings into consideration enough to be like, hey man, this girl, she don't really ask for shit. Like, and this one time, like this person has been to however many he's been to, which I'm not even sure about that. But that's the only time you ever show up anyway. And even then it's like, oh, we just accept you, everything is good, I love you, I care. Da 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 da. Okay, cool. If that's how y'all want to rock it, y'all rock it like that. But I'm not rocking it like that no more. I'm not doing it no more. If you see my son, you see him. Ain't gonna be no guarantees on that or nothing like that. And now that I've sat here and I've thought about it, because I just couldn't understand how everybody else, like I always tell people, whenever there's so much going on, and you're the factor that never changes, you need to look at yourself. I've
Yes.
done
Hmm.
plenty of times for myself. I know that if I'm getting into it with that person, that person, wait a minute, what are you doing, G? Like,
Yep.
what are you doing? Or
You
what are you
got
doing? Like,
at
what's going on?
at some point you got to take accountability for that because it's like you getting into it with everybody. Don't wouldn't you think that you are the wouldn't you think that you're the problem?
Exactly. And I've looked at myself and there have been moments where I'm like, nigga, I'm the problem. Like, I
Yeah.
know I'm the problem. Like, I see it. I'm the problem.
But people with consciences would say that. A motherfucker that don't got a conscience ain't gonna feel like that. They not gonna feel like they the problem. They not gonna feel like they the one that gotta take accountability. They not gonna sit and think that they not gonna do none of that because they don't got no conscience. They
Yep.
walk around with that I don't give a fuck mentality. They walk around with that, oh, I ain't gotta do this and I ain't gotta do that. Fucked up. What? So if that's how you feel, then I need you to stay the fuck far away from me.
The
Don't
only
come
thing
around
is,
me. Don't
and
do none of that.
that's why whenever she said it, and Corey's baby said it again, like God has said, you can't look for yourself in other people. They will never care for you how you would care for
Care for
yourself.
yourself.
And
Yep.
you're right. And that's something that I've been waking up doing my best to do for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? In a relationship, I'm always thinking about the other person. I'm always trying to make sure that they're good, not just in, spousal relationships, with family. Hey man, you got a job coming up. You ain't got the money for the boots. Cool. You said how much is it? Okay, I got that to give to you, not to loan to you, to give to you. That way you don't have to worry about
About
leaving me because
nothing.
you're
Yep.
just now starting a new job.
Yep.
Period. And I've been doing that for so many other people, and every time I look up, I'm trying to do it for myself. But I think a lot of people don't realize that whenever you've gone through not understanding, because people are like, you got to love yourself. I've never been taught love. I've never been shown love. How can I
But
give myself something that I don't even understand?
But then see, look it. But here's the beauty in that, right? Because when I tell you that a lot of our lives are a reflection of each other, it's
Mhm.
just like it's crazy. You have to define what love looks like. What
Mhm.
does it? That's why I just sat here and I told you, what does it smell like? What does it look like? What does it look like when you love on you? What does it look? Okay, let's back up because I know sometimes it just be like, dang, well, that don't make no sense to me. Let me take it like this. Do it like this instead. When you think about how you love on your children, right?
Mhm.
Okay, because that's one type of love. And then when you look at how you love on your spouse, and then when you look at how you love on people, instead of instead of that title being that person, put you there. You just like your son, you know what I'm saying? Your kid, your the love that you have for your kid. Guess what? You got an inner child. And she don't know how to love, is what you're telling her. And so basically you're telling her she ain't gonna get the damn love she need because you sitting up here telling me, oh, I don't know how to love myself. But when do you start, babe? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta take the time. See all that effort. Um, look at it like in money, right? Look at it like this. Okay. All that money, like you just said, oh, I'm gonna help you out because you just started your job. Okay, that's money. If you look about the time you put in, that's money. If you look about the love you put in, that's money. If you look about the whatever it is, look at it in as far as money goes. How much would you have in your account right now? You'll be balling out of control. You understand what I'm saying? Man, what?
Boy,
You'll be
and, and,
balling
and,
like
and, and,
balling.
and
You
not only
yes.
that, and not only that, but you said, Kanisha, you said you weren't taught love. So how you said how could you know how to love someone if, or something that you said, right? Okay, so I'll tell you this. You can always teach yourself. Don't you think what you've been doing for everybody was out of love?
That's what I'm saying.
this is
It's
true. This is
definitely
true.
been out of love. Like everything that you've done for every single fucking person is been done out of love. You basically taught yourself. You just didn't
Yes.
know that you were doing it, but you definitely was. If you put somebody else before you put yourself, you didn't fucking gave them love. You did everything out of love that you didn't realize that you was doing. And so it's like you basically taught your fucking self. If
Yes.
you didn't
I
have
agree.
nobody to teach you that, you definitely taught yourself, and you taught yourself through giving love out of everybody else.
But then also listen, because I know, because sometimes like when I'm thinking a lot, I'll kind of
Thank
drift off. But you have to, the only way that you're going to learn how to love yourself is if you stop and
Mm-hmm.
sit with you. And like I say, there are several levels of you that need to be loved and that needs to be nurtured, but it needs it in different ways. So you keep trying to give it to other people. No, babe, you
Give it to
deserve it.
yourself.
Hear me.
Yep.
Hear me. You deserve
And Kanisha,
to be loved the way that you understand love to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not for nobody else to define. I could sit here and tell you what love is, buying yourself a new pair of shoes, and somebody else would be like, but I don't have the money to buy a new pair of shoes. So love is feeding yourself. Love is an action word.
Mm-hmm.
Start looking at I think a lot of times we use words because we have a contextual understanding of them, right? So we understand them if somebody comes and say, oh, well, what does love mean? You could kind of be like, oh, your brain understands it, but to give it the definition, you can't, because the way I understand love is different the way that you understand love. So the best thing that I will say to you is sit down and sit still and sit with you. You got to teach you how to love you, because nobody's going to love you the way that you want to be loved. And
Yep.
then when you learn how to love you, you could tell people, babe, wait. So like now, for example, when I used to be with men, let me tell you what my mom told me love was. My mom told me that if a nigga ain't beating your ass, he don't love you. If he ain't
Uh-uh.
cussing you out,
Yeah.
I'm so
Uh-uh.
serious. If he ain't
Uh-uh.
cussing you out and beating your ass, he don't love you. So forever, that's why I told you we used to be rumbling. Baby, I'm talking about full pregnant belly fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Police pulling up. Who was fighting? I don't know. I don't know. As soon as the police take off, baby, we right back at it. Because that was my understanding of love. But and then I'm and arguing with people. Oh my God, I will argue so much. I argue so much that this man, I had to go to counseling. And this man told me we were in counseling, he gonna say, you don't have to argue with people. Baby, I started arguing with him. I
Mm.
said, no, what you mean? What you mean? Like, no, if I don't argue with people, how am I gonna get my point across? He was
Exactly.
like, some people don't deserve your point. Man, when I tell you that
Exactly.
thing sat me down, I said, damn. But when I understood that for real, baby, I will walk away from somebody fast. And I will tell when I meet people now, and I say, whoa, what we doing here? Are we arguing? Or are you trying to get understanding? Or what's happening? Because I feel my blood pressure raising. And baby, that's for the streets. You can take that blood pressure somewhere else. So
Yeah.
what is it going to be? Are you listening to understand? Or
Are
are
you
you listening to argue? Because baby, I'm here to tell you, you're going to do it by yourself. I will leave fast. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to learn what you're I'm not gonna take this. And trust me, you're gonna do it and it's gonna be like, damn, man, I told myself I wasn't gonna do that again. And look, here I am. And
But
so because that's about learning, it's about retraining yourself. But you can tell you how to love. Even if your parents teach you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is like I told you, that's what my mom told me love was. And when I tell you I learned it for real, because like I told you, love is an action word. That's how I feel. Like I watched them. I'm talking about they would pull knives out on each other, they would beat each other's ass. So baby, it's nothing for me to grab a knife.
so
Oh nigga, you wanna
question.
fight? Hold on,
So
stand by. Let me go.
question.
Hold up. You
Hold
know what I'm
on.
saying? So that's nothing.
What were
So
you
but
Goddess. I got a question for you, Goddess. And it goes back to you saying that your mom told you that love is if a man don't put his hands on you or and stuff like that, that's not love. So let me ask you a question. Did your mom go through that in order for her to tell you that?
my grandmother, but listen, here's the difference, right? So my grandmother used to get her ass whooped, right?
Okay.
From the man that she was married to. And then same thing. She was with two men. They both beat her ass. She was in abusive relationship. But now what happened with my great greats, I don't know, because they were like dead before. So but as far as my grandmother goes, yes, she got her behind whooped. And then she said to herself, she told me the story. She said, you know what? I got tired. I got tired of getting my ass whooped. I got tired of getting beat because I knew what I was worth. I knew my value. I knew what I could do for me. And she packed up all her stuff. This is what she told me. She packed up all her stuff and she left. And she came, because I'm originally from California. So she went to California, started a new life with her and her babies, and yada, yada, yada. So then, of course, my mom, when you're in those formative years, my mom saw that.
Mm,
So, but when my grandmother moved to LA, to LA, California, whatever, she ended up marrying somebody who did treat her well, who did love on her, and who did help her in that sense of like a romantic type of relationship. You know what I mean? So a
mm,
romance, once the romance came and she saw like, oh, okay, a man can treat you right, a man can love on you, a man can do this, that, and the third, woo, woo. Like, okay, boom, she got her stuff together, she changed. But in my formative years, I was raised by my mother, and it got so bad that we ended up getting removed, and my grandmother took care of me. But I it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Because in my formative years, I saw my mother getting her ass whooped, pulling out knives, all that stuff. So that's how I understood it. And she would tell me, if a man ain't beating your ass, baby, he don't love you. And it was just
That's
like, oh, damn, well, okay. So, but then when my grandmother came, it was just like, no, what are you talking about? Like, no, love yourself, this, that, and the third. I didn't understand her. She was speaking a foreign language. But as
mm,
but once I got to a point, like I say, after those failed relationships and those failed marriages, and you just, baby, they beat you to the ground. And I'm not saying just men, people, because people will do what you let them. And I just got
mhm.
tired, and I said, I heard my grandma. I
Come
heard
on.
her in loud and clear say, baby, you know what you worth. What are you doing? You know who you are. That's not what I put in you. Do what I put in you. And that's when I decided I'm leaving. I can't,
Right.
no. And once, like I say, once I got here and I built a whole new life for myself. If you would have seen the old me 5 years ago to the person that I am now, you'll be like, damn, she's not even the same person. And it's
Right.
because I heard her, even though she didn't have me in my formative years. I still could hear what she was saying to me. And it sometimes it doesn't click until it clicks. And it clicked once I got beat down to the ground for that last time. I'm talking about broke, busted, and disgusted. No place to stay, two kids to raise, no money in the bank account. Baby, the man took me for all I had. The only shit,
Oh,
only thing that he didn't take was my life. And baby, he didn't even have to do that because I was ready to do it.
Hey,
mm,
Iconic. Hey, Sequina. Thank you
mm.
for joining.
Right. That's why I asked you that, because I'm like, wait a minute. Her mom told her this, so if her mom is telling her this, then it's something that had to happen for her mom to be telling her this. But Jesus Christ, oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot, but
woo.
that's all we're saying. It's like it's pretty much just a simple fact of what's been said. I'm expecting. I'm trying to find myself in other people, and it's just that is where my biggest situation is coming in at because what I would do for somebody else, it seemed like nobody else will do it for me.
Do for
And
you.
and that's just too much for me. So with this situation, like I said, with everything that I've gotten, I'm probably just gonna let it be. If I see you in the streets, I'm gonna still say hi, hey, stuff like that. But it's not gonna be the way that it was whenever I made that what's the word I'm looking for? Whenever I made that
That
agreement with you.
transition. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, whenever I made that agreement with you to, you know, not do this or not do that, whenever, and like I said, apparently I'm not special enough or I'm not, big enough in your life for you just to do one thing that I've asked you for. I understand that that's your child. I get that all day long, but if my kid was doing me the way that your kid was doing me, like, and the the one that ain't even my blood, that's damn near more of a daughter to you than your own son. Like that would be something I would have to take into consideration for the simple fact of I mean, come on now. Families are made. They're not always, you know what I'm saying? They're not always blood. I've seen beautiful families that have been made, that have been made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about it. And now that I have a better understanding as to what I'm gonna do, then that's what I'm gonna do. And if you're upset, if you're mad about it, hey man, I can't be mad at you for it, just like you can't be mad at me for doing what I'm about to do. I
But you
mean,
know
Yeah.
what? You take
hold
everything
on, hold
one
on,
day. You
hold
take
on, give me one
everything.
second, Latour.
Mhm.
Well, you were saying something earlier in the like,
Yeah, I was about to say something, but I couldn't get it out. Y'all was on at it. Y'all was going at it.
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry. Like I said, I be talking. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Now, I wanted to say when she was like, you don't know how to love. Kanisha, that's some fucking bullshit. And I'm going to tell you that right now because we've been getting really, really close. And you know that. I've watched you love on yourself. I've watched you love on your fucking son. And I've also watched you love other people too. And I think you're doing a wonderful job. And I tell you this all the fucking time. You just be so hard on yourself, and you need to let up. You don't let Kanisha fool y'all. She loves herself. She do. She just sometimes she's really hard on her fucking self. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Kanisha is really hard on her fucking self. And I tell her,
But you can
you gotta just
tell. You could tell that she love on herself through how she love on other people. It's just
yeah,
that she ain't giving herself enough because
she
she's
Yeah. And
giving
then
it to
even when y'all
right.
everybody.
are together
Yeah,
on
you
on
giving
the
it to
other live
everybody.
when Raquel's doing the check-in, like I see it. I
Mm-hmm.
see how you guys engage with each other, how you guys talk to each other. So it's there. You just gotta let the people who want to
She
love
got
you, because it looks like,
Gotta let
you
it
know,
go.
yeah, you gotta let her love you. You gotta let people love on you. So I
Yeah,
agree with her
she gotta
100%.
relax. And she always asks me, Raquel, why you fuck with me? Because I do. Because I tell you all the time, yo, you are fucking special. I don't give a fuck what you say. The shit you've been through, can't nobody ever say, oh, I've been through that. Cause no, the fuck y'all
Mm-hmm.
didn't.
Yep.
Can't nobody sit
Absolutely.
there come out of a dark ass place the way you came out of a dark ass place. And then
Absolutely.
decide to have another baby on top of that and love him. And you love the fuck out that little boy.
Yep.
Girl, you better stop playing. Talking about, I don't know how to live. Yes, the fuck you do. You just don't give yourself enough credit. That's
Let me
all
tell
that
you
is.
something. Look how much love Kanisha
Like you
poured
said, when
into her
someone love
live
you and
yesterday.
trying to show you that they love you, huh?
Look how much love Kanisha poured
When
into
some,
her live yesterday. Look how many females
yeah,
was coming forward with their story. Look how many females was sitting there
right.
in that live yesterday talking about, oh, I want to tell my story. I just don't know how to. Kanisha opened up that, she opened up a community. The same way, the same thing you did, Raquel. You opened up a community
Yeah.
for parents like yourself. You know what I'm saying? I grew into your
Mm-hmm.
community. You know what I'm saying? Kanisha opened up
Yeah.
a whole nother community. Like all of this is just like it's a whole sisterhood, it's a whole
And
parenthood
I
type
tell
thing.
and I
You know
tell
what I'm saying?
everybody, I tell every fucking body that's starting a YouTube that asks me for help or how I did it. I tell them, bitch, it's hard. It's the fuck hard. Ain't
It
nothing about this
definitely
shit
is.
easy. Ain't nothing about this shit easy. And even once you get to where you want to be, it gets even fucking harder because you still got to stay there and you got to get higher than the fuck you already are now. But when you get
Hmm.
there, you're going to be very grateful and you're going to be excited. You're going to be happy and all things that come with this shit. But
Yep.
what they don't tell you is, child, I lost my motherfucking train of thought. Hold the fuck up. Let me get it back. Um, girl, I done had like, I done lost my shit. What the
You
fuck?
said what they don't tell you is
What they don't tell you is when you, like I was saying, so like it's hard. It's hard. But what I was saying is when you start a fucking YouTube channel or TikTok or Instagram or a fucking clapper, that's another TikTok. Whatever the fuck you do, you gotta remember the first when you because you know the niche we in, Kanisha, we're in the mom niche. Now when
Okay.
you got the mom niche, you got different branches. You understand? You got the stay-at-home moms like me that's just stay-at-home mom. You got moms like you that work and take care of kids. You get what I'm saying? You got moms like Notori that whatever the fuck Notori do. I don't fucking know what Notori do. But she
Thank you.
she do she do
I'm
a lot
getting
of
there.
shit.
God damn it, I'm getting there. But
See, you
I
know,
like how you stay on my neck about it. I definitely appreciate that shit.
yes, I be
I highly
man.
appreciate it.
You Notori be over there playing in fucking makeup and don't show nobody how to do shit.
Yeah.
If you gonna play in it, don't tell us about it. You know what I'm saying? Play in the shit and show us. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay $150 for somebody to teach me how to do makeup when Notori can teach me on fucking YouTube.
Right.
Definitely. I'ma pull my shit out. I'ma pull it out. I don't got a desk or nothing to work for,
So what I
but I'ma work with something.
so in this I say this because you for somebody that say they don't know how to love, you're showing yourself love by starting your business. When
Mm-hmm.
you start your YouTube and you know how you do your hair and you make your oils for the you done helped me with my motherfucking girl bye.
Hold on,
You are
Kanisha make oil?
yeah, she make oil for your locks and stuff
Oh,
like
girl,
Get the
that.
fuck,
get out of here.
Kanisha,
Bye.
Yeah, but
Carmen.
that
Don't.
she
Turn
covering up
your
her
ass back
face.
around.
No,
Turn that big bobblehead ass back around. I know she ain't just say you over here making fucking oil for lots of shit.
yes
Yo,
she
where I
do.
place my order at?
I don't fucking know, but I need some, and she know I need some.
Where I place my order at?
But
Okay.
that's
So
what I'm.
so
But that's what I'm saying. Like right there, you showing yourself love by pouring into your business. I
Right.
see how hard you work on this fucking YouTube. I see how hard you sit there. You call me Raquel, let's Raquel, and I'm like, yo, let's do it, let's do. We be in this shit. I see how hard you work behind closed doors, bro. So I'm not gonna sit there and let you sit there and say you don't love yourself because that's a fucking bullshit.
it's
That's
not
a fucking
necessarily
bullshit.
that I don't love myself. It's pretty much more like staying in that frame or understanding what I can do to be better at loving myself. Because there
Mm.
But
are little things that I, like you said, whenever I love my son, that is me loving myself. Because if I don't love myself, how can I love him? But it's
See,
just so much harder to figure out how to give that to myself whenever You know what I'm saying? It's like
But you doing it. You doing it and
Right.
don't even
And
realize
sometimes,
that you
and
doing it.
that's what
sometimes
it is.
loving
I guess I
yourself,
don't realize it.
and
You
Kanisha,
doing it.
sometimes loving yourself just means putting your motherfucking self first.
You doing it. You doing it. And
And
like I said, I'm gonna keep on saying you don't realize that you are doing it. And I don't know how many times I could tell you I'm so fucking proud of you. I might not know you from a can of paint, but through this community, it makes me feel like I've known you. You know what I'm saying? And each time we link up on these lives, it's always different. Like it's one of the it's one of the best feelings ever when you could actually correlate with somebody that you know you got something in common with.
let me see a tablet.
We all have children.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No, I haven't been personally have not been through what you've been through, Kanisha. But you know what? It makes it feel like it because guess what? All of our kids are each other's kids. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like when you lost the kid, we all lost the fucking kid.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? When you love on your kid, we all love on your kid.
yeah.
When somebody kid is being bullied, all of our kids is being bullied. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all really built that community for us to feel safe, and it's a judge free zone. Ain't nobody judging nobody. You know what I'm saying?
And that's when I say,
None of that.
yeah, none of that drama shit. And I heard you talking about this because I told you I was in and out because I kept losing fucking service. And I know y'all was talking about drama and stuff like that. And when it comes to the drama, I wanted to touch on that too.
I
When it
can't do
comes
that.
when it comes to the drama, when people are constantly falling out with people, and like you said, sometimes people just don't want to realize that it's them. It's
Mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah.
When you constantly, if you got seven people in your corner and you fall out with all seven people, it can't possibly all seven people. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself and take a reflection, look at the reflection, like, well, what the fuck did I do? Because obviously it's something that I did. And some people don't know how to self-reflect or accept the fact that they fuck up.
But no. Yeah, is that? But you know what? It also is too. People don't want to acknowledge that they fucked up.
Exactly.
They don't want to acknowledge that shit. They know that they fucked up. They know good and well, but they don't want to acknowledge that.
Baby,
They don't want to take
hold on.
accountability.
Yeah. Or they just, or some people just don't, or some people just wasn't brought up that way.
Hmm.
And some people don't know boundaries. So when they cross them boundaries and they start acting fucking like crazy and not crazy, but like when they cross certain boundaries and you kind of put a boundary on that person, and then they're like,
Hmm.
whoa, I ain't used to this. So now they got an issue with you because you doing something that nobody else has never done to them.
Yeah,
Right.
and they
You get
claim
what
when they start claiming that you acting funny and stuff like that. No, babes, you just feel uncomfortable because I told you this is where I draw the line. Don't
But
do
you
that.
know what?
exactly,
But you know
exactly.
what? I would drop you without even saying nothing. Cause guess what? At the end of the day, we too old for me to tell you where the fuck you went wrong at.
Yeah.
We too old for that. I'm not
But
telling you
wait,
that.
but
I would just cut you off.
Sasha be saying this thing, and I hope I get it right. If I don't get it right, sorry. She says just because you grow up don't mean you grow up, or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
think that's how it is.
Let me tell you something. I was friends with someone who sells wigs.
Okay.
I've been down for this girl since she first started. When she started to come up, she gave somebody else the recognition. You know what I did? I came up off that live so quick fast, and I ain't never looked back. Because at the end of the day, when you call me crying about what this person did to you, what that person did to you, what this person did, I was there. But then I had to step out of this shit and I had to think, why did this person get into it with this person, that person?
Hmm.
And I just left it. I was like, you know what? I don't got time. Because at the end of the day, again, like I keep on saying, I'm going to keep on saying it. We too old for me to tell you what you did. So if you don't know what you did, or you play like you don't know what you did, when you actually know what you did, but you want to play dumb with somebody else. Play
Right.
on
Get
somebody
somebody else
else's
to do it.
intelligence. I don't
Hold on,
got
'cause
time for that.
Hold on, Tori. Talea, and you know, Talea is one of them soft spoken, the soft. What you need, Talea? What you want, girl? I saw your
Why
message.
is
I love
Talia
it.
camera off?
She was running errands earlier.
Oh,
Her camera always off.
Talia be giving us little, she be giving us little camera action sometimes.
Hey, Pudding.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, Mama. How are you?
I'm good.
Well, that didn't
Um,
sound good.
I was in I was in and out because like Kanisha said I was running errands, but one of the biggest things I wanted to say was that you are leading a love ministry and Raquel, Notori, and everyone touched on it quite a bit already. That you do love yourself, but you're extremely hard on yourself. And I resonated with that statement so much because that's something that I do. Some people refer to it as people pleasing, others say that I just need to love myself more. But I do love myself. And at times I do find myself in the position where I want to give, 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 and give. Cups aren't infinite in how much they hold. So you have to remember to fill up the cup that you pour from. And one thing that I found in regards to your channel is that you're kind of like a shepherd. You're kind of like a pastor. I don't know if you read my comments, but I heard a man of God say that there are people called to preach and there are people called to pastor. And on this YouTube channel, this is your form of ministry. This is the position you've been put into as a leader, as a shepherd, because you have gone through a lot of things like Raquel was referring to earlier that most people have not. And that puts you in a different position where you can provide an insight on another level that most don't even think about. And you say you have so much love in you, but that was intentional. The amount of love that has been given to you, where it feels like it's so overwhelming that sometimes you have to sit down and just try to remember to breathe, is because God has blessed you to be a blessing unto others. This overwhelming fullness of love that you have to share with people, that was intentional. That's one of your gifts. Believe it or not, there are people that have been born to love. Like that's one of their God-given gifts, is that they have the ability to love. I once heard someone say that the closest love you'll have to God on this physical plane is a mother's love. And you've been a mother twice. And then in a lot of aspects, you're a mother to many on this channel. You're like an
Yes.
advisor, you're a guide, you're like Big Mama on YouTube.
Oh,
Yep.
big one. I take it.
So
I
when you
take
ever feel
Yes.
So when you're ever feeling like, okay, I'm not doing enough, just go back to your lives, go back to your comments, even go on to Raquel's lives and see that there's such an overwhelming support. There's an overflow because people go onto these lives on Raquel's page and on your page because they want to see you both. They want to see Lasasha. They want to see Notori, because you all come from these different walks of life and you come together on this common connection, which is motherhood, which is sisterhood. All these different people who would have never met in their everyday life have converged on this point, and that's what you are. You're a convergence point. Your love is like a light in a lighthouse for people, ships going by in the night that need a way. That's what you are. You're like a lighthouse in the midst of all that darkness. Like, for example, when we were on the live and the young lady came on and she talked about the loss of her child, you were the only one who could give her guidance. No one else could. No matter how much they wanted to, they couldn't. But for
Mm-hmm.
whatever reason, God saw fit to have you have to be on that live, that moment, that time, to speak to her. So please don't give up. I know days are tough. I know you get hit with like this overwhelming sensation where you just want to give up. And it happens to all of us. Like there seems to be a false narrative on YouTube at times where everything is perfect, it's just Pinterest perfect. And that's really why a lot of people gravitate towards you and Raquel's channels, because you're not with the fake narrative. It's very raw, it's very real. Some days you get a video where everything's happy go lucky, and then other days you get a video where it's about depression, which is not talked about a lot, which is about
Right.
grief, which is not talked about a lot.
Yeah.
Your realness is what bring people in.
Yeah.
So that's really what I wanted to say. You have a love ministry, and don't give up on that love ministry, because you are filling up people who are down. And then the people who want to take from you, those energy vampires, you just have to cut them off. At one point, you're just going to have to break those soul ties, those things that are holding you down. I know when people talk about, but she's my mom, he's my dad, this is my brother, this is my sister. The people closest to you are the ones that can hurt you the most.
Yep. So they know and they see the most.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
And like God has said, they gonna do it because you allow them to do it.
And I always tell you, no matter what you do on any type of social media, don't ever take fucking social media serious, ever.
Ever.
Because social media is a fake place. And the people that use this as their outlet and make it their whole life is going to fall. They're going to crumble, because social media is so... That's the thing about social media. People will sit there and build you up just to try to break you the fuck down. And that's why when I tell you, when your channel start growing and you see all the followers and all the people saying, "Oh my God, I love you," you accept that love. You cherish it, but don't ever get to the point to where you're like, "Oh my God, I need y'all." No, you don't need
depending on it.
nobody.
Yes.
You don't need no
in this world, you came by yourself. You don't need nobody.
Facts. And it's okay. It's right. It's okay to be thankful. It's okay to be humble. It's okay to accept the people that fucks with you. But you gotta remember, those same people that fuck with you can turn around and try to break you the fuck down.
And they could do it if you let them.
So if you let them, and that's why you see all these celebrities, like 1 minute fucking Nikki Good, 1 minute they don't fuck with her. Child, girl, y'all know I'm not like, I say this all the time. Y'all know I'm not a Christian, but I know a lot of shit. Even with Jesus, they ain't fuck with him
at all.
But they did. But then they did. But then they did. But then they did. You get what I'm saying? Even with, I'm not Muslim, but even with Allah, they didn't fuck with him either. But then they did. But then they did. You get what I'm saying? Like, even the highest people, the highest of high people fuck with them. Like Beyonce. I don't fuck with Beyonce, but other people do. I like her songs. Jolene. Let me stop. I don't want to get your page down.
Jolene.
Yeah, I don't want to get your
Sorry.
Yeah, girl, I don't want to get your page banned because I know I sound like her a little bit. So I'm
you need to be put on timeout.
I love it.
Hey, put it said, I may not know you in real life, but I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you each week, multiple times a week. Seeing you all is more consistent than most people in my life. Don't let this world break you.
Girl, we a family. We is a family.
Not always say all. That's why I say always let people know everybody is welcome to your channel, no matter who the fuck you is. But if you gonna come with some drama, be prepared to get cussed the fuck out.
Right.
Be prepared to get cussed out. I'm not gonna tell you can't come, but be respectful, bro. And this is why I told y'all I will no longer respond. And Kanisha, no longer respond to anybody negative, because at the end of the day, when you start responding to negativity, what do? You feed it. It's like a fire.
It consumes you.
Right.
It consumes you.
It consumes you. What happens when you throw oil in the fire? That shit gets higher. Sometimes you just gotta let people be where they be. You gotta sit there and focus on yourself, because you got a fucking job you're trying to do. You know what goal you're trying to reach for you and Kai. You know where you're trying to get at in life. You know what side of fucking Texas you want to live on. You know.
And not come on to Texas. Come on, Big Baby Texas.
Listen, and not only that.
And hold on real quick. And not the one, and not, you're not trying to stay in the Texas with the tree roaches. We don't want that.
No. At all.
Tree roaches. That's the first time I ever heard that shit.
Girl, that was the first time I heard it too.
We got
call somebody a tree roach.
I told y'all the food story. I don't know if you
But
was there or not, but I told you the story. Whenever I went outside on my balcony and I was, you know, because I spent time on my balcony. And this fucking, they tree roaches, they be this fucking big. And I was like, just get out of here. And that mug flew, and then I ran into the house and I slammed the sliding door. And then I came back out and opened the door. And he was above the door. And I was like, no,
oh my god, yo, I gotta look that shit up. A tree roach, I ain't never seen that.
they
Y'all was
big,
talking,
bro.
y'all was somebody said something about a light skinned tarantula yesterday, and I was like, wait, y'all mean an albino tarantula? Cause I ain't never seen a light skinned tarantula before.
It's
I'm
a
too
wait.
done.
No, it's a clear tarantula. Oh wait, no, it's a clear scorpion or some
Scorpion.
shit.
I
It's
gotta
a
look
clear
all this up
scorpion.
because I ain't never heard of it.
I think that
So
was in Arizona. It was either Arizona.
yeah, it was
That's Ari-
Arizona.
that
Yeah.
was Arizona. That's where Lanty live at, and I told her she gonna have to fucking move.
Yeah.
Cause you can't. Apparently, you can't see them shit, and they bite you. You gotta go to the hospital immediately.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Say, and they
So
hear Arizona real bad. But
can I
no.
say this really fast and then I'm gonna get down?
Okay.
I just wanted to make two points to you, Kenisha, before I get down.
Of
So the
course.
first one is Talia. If I said it wrong, I apologize. So Talia was mentioning about you loving people and how this is your ministry, and I just wanted to give you a perspective of you trying to give all your love to to a certain amount of people, and maybe they're full, you know what I mean? Like it may be time for you to just, you have so much love to give, like she was saying, when she gave the lighthouse analogy. Like there are constantly people coming in and going, like they're coming and going, and so it's not meant for you to give all your love to one person. Maybe it's meant for you to give your love to, you know what I mean, a multitude of people. Just like all these women that are coming through, they're loving on you. It's for a season, you know what I mean? And some people are going to stay for a long period of time, and some are going to stay for a short period of time. So maybe just open up your mind to, you know what I'm saying? Like not trying to give all that love to just, two or three people, or those people that, that you were dealing with, and more so open yourself up to giving love to people who want to receive it, who are ready to receive the type of love that you're willing to give. That's the
Mm.
first thing. And then the second thing is, I know you had mentioned, like, earlier you were saying about, or I think Talia also was talking about, no, I think it was Raquel that was talking about, responding to negativity and it consuming you. And again, like, I don't want to offend anybody or so on and so forth. A lot of times I pull my references from the Bible because a lot of people know about the Bible. Not saying that you have to be a believer or anything like that, but I pull from that because people have read it. And so some majority of the time people know.
Yeah.
So, you know how in the Bible, how it says like, that God is a quiet voice, like he's not loud and so on and so forth. But it also says that Satan can mimic him. So understand in those moments where your mind is racing and it's going and it's going, and it's going, try to understand that Satan mimics that too. You know what I mean? Like, I believe that like spirits are always roaming, whether they're good or bad, they're always roaming. And I could be wrong, but that's just how me personally, how I feel. And so sometimes spirits will mimic the voice of God. They will mimic, they will whisper to you, oh, you're nothing. You don't mean, nobody loves you, nobody cares, and so on and so forth. And it'll be like, bro, where did that come from? That's not, you know what I mean? And in those moments, you have to be louder than that voice. And you have to learn to tell that voice, man, shut the hell up. Nobody want to hear that.
Mhm.
It's a lie. That's a lie. You have to
Mhm.
speak truth to yourself, and you have to say, oh, that's a lie. You lying to me. I know damn well I'm loved, I'm cared for, I'm nurtured. I love me, I see me, I value me. You know what I'm saying? People around me value me, so on and so forth. So when you're by yourself and you hear those voices that are trying to lie to you, speak louder than them, speak over them, speak clearly to them, and chase them away. So I just wanted to speak those two things into you and just tell you, like, I really, I've been here. Well, I've been looking at Raquel. She popped up on my For You page, and I was like, oh, yeah, follow, because I love just her rawness. And so
Yeah.
then when I finally caught her, I think 2 weeks ago on live on YouTube, and then that's the first time I think I was introduced to just everybody that was up on the panel.
Yeah.
And I was just like, everybody here is speaking with their authentic voice. They're not up here like, oh well guys, let me tell you, we got, because you get that a lot on
Nah, that's how
TikTok.
you could tell a person is fake. And they start talking like that, you
Yeah,
know something is wrong. You gotta.
yeah,
That means that
So,
they painting an image for somebody else, and they forgetting how to be themselves. But you
yes,
gotta always remember, there are people that know you, that watches you. They might not be in, but they definitely looking from the outside, and they
yeah,
know who the fuck you are personally. So while you sitting here painting this image for people that don't know you because you want to fit in, it's people that know you that's watching this shit and it's like, look at her being fake.
Yo,
yeah,
Nobody
my
don't want that.
my sister once told me, and it's so funny because now my sister once told me, she said, you know, you was a Cardi B before Cardi B was Cardi B, and I don't
yeah,
know what that means. But
yeah,
Kanisha, you was Big Mama before Big Mama was Big Mama because you Big Mama.
Big
yeah.
yes,
facts.
That's
Big
it.
facts.
yes.
Big
So
facts.
keep speaking to you and let these ladies up here love on you. Like, we're watching and we're learning and we're all growing, and it's not only is it a sisterhood, but it's a motherhood, it's a village, and we're all learning to apply those things that we see from you, from Raquel. We're learning these things and we're putting them into play in our own life, and eventually that will spread. And like you say, your children are our children, and it connects us. Then, you know what I'm saying, when our children start hearing the Raquels and the Kanishas and the Talias, it's like, oh yeah, I recognize this. I recognize this because my mama taught me this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My auntie, I saw my auntie do this like this, like this. So keep it up, please. We're here, we're listening, and sometimes we be scared to get up here because it just seems like it's so like, oh my God, my voice is so little. Like, what I'm gonna say, but we all have a story to tell. We all have a life we have lived. And so just please, just here to encourage you, like, please keep it up and just don't doubt yourself. But if you are, those voices are lying to you. They're lying to you, and speak life into you like never ever before. And I'm telling you, you will benefit from it. People around you will benefit it. Your kids will benefit from it. We all benefit from it.
Yeah.
So that's that. I'm gonna get down. Thank y'all for
Thank you
having
for
me. Thank
coming.
you for
Thank you,
listening.
guys.
Okay, y'all. Later.
Have a great rest of
See
your
you later,
day,
boo.
Queen.
Okay, bye.
See,
Lanty
you
said, y'all
see,
preaching today, and I know y'all talking to Kanisha, but I really been needing to hear this because just like her, I'm a
I'm a
loner
loner.
and I don't have nobody. I be here with my kids to be to the neck, and everybody always play in my face and take advantage of me. And I agree. I get that a lot.
Lansky talking about she ain't got nobody, ain't getting nobody. I'm sick of y'all fucking bitches. I'm sick of this shit.
I can't. Yours, I
Okay.
got a different perspective of the whole spirit idea, but Nisha, I'm gonna tap in next time. You're spiritually protected though, love. Thank you, yours truly. And then Sasha messing with Lanty, you know you my lover. And then Talia says, so anytime the devil tells me I'm not something, I always say I am that. Anytime the devil tell me I'm something, I always say I'm not that. I know
Mm-hmm.
that God is bigger. I'm bigger. Jacqueline Carr looks like Jacqueline Carr. But yeah, I agree. And yes, it is. It can be hard sometimes to um to not hear that voice or to not feel a certain type of way or what may have you. And I struggle with that as well. But this is
This is
why
why
I'm here
here
because I
because I
want
want
people who
Wait, Kanisha, you're echoing.
I'm echoing me.
No, you was before. I think somebody might have been watching you on two devices
Two
or
devices.
something.
Okay.
I think it was my phone, because I switched from I switched. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
the
But yeah,
Bluetooth from the car.
that's why I do it because there are some times whenever you just have to be brought back to your senses. And because of, seeing that photo with somebody else who shouldn't, to me, they do too much wrong to be having any type of fun with anything. Like you need to sit down, like legit. And it's like, damn, I really want to go and I want to take my baby, but I didn't have the opportunity. But you know what?
Hi.
I had been thinking about this for a while. Like I said, I'm just gonna have to just say, hey man, it'll just have to be in these capacities. Everything else, I don't really care about because it's hard for me just to be in the same room with that person because I want them to tell me why they did me the way that they did me. Why did you do the things that you did? Like, explain that to me. But he's such a fucking liar. He's not going to tell the truth. It's like he can't tell the truth. It's not in his fucking DNA. Even if God and all his fucking disciples came down and said, all you have to do is tell the truth one time and you will get into this, it's into heaven. This boy wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, then I guess he'll be going to hell.
Well, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. But I have been working on that, working on myself, but I still wanted to be able to enjoy the festivities, which I should be able to. But like I said, from what I got today, fuck them festivities. I'm gonna make my own fucking festivities, me and my baby, just like yesterday. Y'all didn't get to see I bought him a little pool, then we sat out on the balcony and he got in, got out, played with toys, slapped chickens, ate chips from Chipotle. We enjoyed ourselves, and that's really all I need to worry about.
But
Everything else
like,
is irrelevant.
but like Nani said further up in the comments, be around somebody your age that has kids the same age as your baby,
You have to be careful
because
with that, no, Tori. I'm not trying to cut you off, but even people that are here, and that's why I just stick to myself. People
right,
will sit there and they will play in your face to make you feel like they there for you and like y'all are building something, but in actuality, that's not what it is. And I've gotten played like that so many times. So I just
okay,
stick to myself. I just say, okay,
right.
if this person will come in, hey, cool, but it's not gonna be the way that I've handled it before, where I'm just automatically because that's how I am. I'm open up and I'm like, hey, girl, hey, or hey, whatever, on your kids, and we should hang out. No, we ain't doing that no more. We ain't
But
doing that no
that's
more.
why I tell people I stay to myself, because when you stay to yourself, not for nothing, when you keep to yourself, let's bullshit you in. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Can't nobody say, oh, Notori did this or Kanisha did that. Hell no, I didn't, because I was here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my kids. I'd
Yeah.
rather be around my fucking kids than to be around other people. I don't want to have to deal with
Oh my.
drama. I don't want to have to deal with he say, she say. I don't want to have to deal with none of that. So it's like when you to yourself, the more the better. You know what I'm saying? You start making memories with your child. You
Yeah.
start you start doing little curriculum activities with your child. That means if you want to take your baby bowling, by all means, take him bowling at another time. If you
Yeah.
want to
No,
take him
and I
skating,
agree.
take him skating at another time. You want to go to the pool, take him to the pool at another time.
And I agree. And that's why I said it. It was just something that kind of weighed heavy on me today because one, like I told you, it's storming here. So everything is like,
Oh,
down. But hey, India. Hey, girl.
I
Hey.
I just had to tap in right quick. I had to. Y'all know I'm looking crazy. I literally just woke up. I gotta work here in like 45 minutes. But
What's up, lady?
first, because I was gonna tap in about this next time, but the idea of spirits whispering in your ear, um, y'all know y'all are the new generation of praying mothers. Like y'all have the same power as the mothers from back in the days. You know, the ones that used to go to church, the ones that used to, the handkerchief, the
big
handkerchief
facts.
mothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't think it's the idea of you it's spirits talking to your ear. I just think it's an idea of you maybe needing to pray a little bit more. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like step up your prayer game. If it's uh a not if it's a topic of religion. Um but I don't think it's no spirits wandering around you or whispering in your ear. I just didn't like that because yes, there is there's a lot of spiritual warfare going on in the world right now, especially with the solar eclipse, the astrology people, and these spiritual people that feel like they got to up one, to other people on because of this digital world. Like
Hmm.
Raquel was saying, like I don't know, people got it kind of screwed up to me, I think. But I didn't like that idea. I didn't. But another thing
I
too.
think everybody just kind of like they say what they trying to say in different ways. I don't think that
Yeah.
the biggest picture of that was like,
That's what I'm saying. Like it's the same idea of stopping negative thoughts and replacing them with positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying if it's a topic of religion, nah, I don't play with no spirits. I don't like
I
it.
agree.
Then you was just talking about being by yourself, and you know me, like y'all. Every time y'all see me, I'm in here by myself. Like you ain't. I don't think it's such a bad thing, but I do understand why everybody is saying you need to open up a little bit more, and let down your guard a little bit. You know,
And I agree. I agree. I agree with you. I'm not.
and
I'm not saying that I'm opposed to that or that it's not something that doesn't cross my mind. It's just it's really that's just one of those things that are really hard for me because people don't really, and that's what I try to tell people the way I felt whenever my son passed away. Whenever you have a
the
headache,
level of trauma.
you could take a pill and the headache goes away. Whenever you got a stomach ache, you could take something for a
Mhm.
stomach ache. Heartache, you don't know where to touch or what to take for that. And every time somebody does it to you, it's like, how do I fix it? Where's the pill? Where's the patch? You can't.
Right.
So it makes it so
Exactly.
much harder for me to have to do that because in order to heal, that then takes time. And that's other things
Hmm.
to be doing with my time.
And then not only that, but it's like like India said, you gotta let your guards down a little. I
Just a
give you my
little.
perspective on that. When you let your guard down even just a little, you always got some fucking body that overdo it and make you want to put that guard right back up.
Right back up. Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I gave you an inch
Latoya, you
and
got
you
an
want to
echo, mama.
fucking take a mile. So it's like, damn,
Latoya, you got an echo,
damn.
mama. Can you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit.
Yeah, you got an echo, mama.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm only on one device and that's my phone.
Hold on. Nah, it's you, India.
It's me?
No, hold on, Latoya. I think
No,
it's
it's
India.
me.
Hold on. It's India. Wait, it's me. I don't know what's going on here.
It might be your stream,
It might be.
StreamYard.
Yeah, it might be your stream. We're gonna let
But
it be.
it's like you don't want to keep giving people
Chance after chance to fuck over you, even if it is just a little window, because even with that little window, they can smack
ooh,
you in your shit and you sit like I said,
exactly.
you can't take a pill for your heart being broken. You can't take a pill
Exactly.
for your
And this is
feelings.
why I stay to myself, girl.
Yeah.
I don't got time for it. I stay to myself. You know what I'm saying? Being a
Yeah.
loner sometimes could be a bad thing because then it's like I want to be around people, other people my age and things like that. But at the same token, when you do open up that window for people,
They
is
break the
they
rest
do
of it.
too fucking much.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
They
break the
do
rest of
too
it.
much and you just want to crawl back in that hole and that's where you want to stay. Like I always tell people, you got to protect your peace at all costs. You
And that's why I
definitely
was
have to
talking
protect your
about.
peace and sanity.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about them boundaries and them boundaries that come with consequences. If it is that one person, if it is that one little kid that's doing too much on the bouncy house, he got to go sit down.
Yeah,
Like that's just that on that. You know what I'm saying? So that if that means that you need to cut off certain people for a certain amount of time and then try it again, hey, these are the boundaries. This is what I expect out of you, and this is what I'm not gonna take.
Now, once I cut you off, that's it. Because I already seen what
Not
you was
boy.
about. I'm not
I'm
going to
not
give
that.
you a second chance to do you what you
yeah,
did to me the first time. I'm not doing that. I'm
yeah.
not doing that because then that's like saying I give you
That's
I give you the right to do what you going to do.
it's
You
the
you
definition of
always
insanity, Notori.
yeah
That's
like
what it
you
is.
will
Doing the
always
same thing
have
over and over again, expecting a different outcome, and I'm
That's
not
exactly
what I'm
doing that.
saying. The consequence.
exactly.
It has to be a consequence. It has to be. There has to be.
Natasha, that's crazy how your husband did with that girl. And yes, like the same way you feel is how I feel. Like if you force me, you need to suffer. Like you need to take the L too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Doing the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, like I'm not going to give you that second chance. I'm not going to even give you I gave you that first chance and if you if you messed it up, that's on you. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely not going to give you a second chance. And then that second chance turn into a third chance. It's like a revolving circle. I'm not doing that. I'm just going
Yep.
to excuse myself and let you be how you be, and I'm going to be how I be. But that's it. And that's just me in general. Like, I can't deal with it. I don't have the mentality to deal with that. Cause like we all keep saying, everybody going through something. So if I know I'm going through something and you did something to me and you know that it was wrong, before I lash out on you and look like the crazy one or the bad one, I'm just gonna excuse myself from that situation and just never talk to you again. Number be blocked, you'll be blocked on every social media account. Like I would just act like you was never in my world.
Yeah,
And
Different.
that's
new, like
and
new phone
Kanisha,
number, new address.
I've
Uh,
been telling y'all this for a long time. You got one. You know I tell you this all the time, Kanisha. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck who is. You got one time to fuck over on me. You got one
Big
time
fact.
to disrespect me. You got one time to do some shit to show me who the fuck you is. Bitch, you will never talk to me again.
And I don't
Ever.
need you to explain to me why you
Oh
did what nah.
no,
Ain't no
only
type of
close.
explanation coming behind that because with an explanation comes an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always.
And people find when people start having to explain, it's like once you put but in the middle, that's bullshit to
Yeah.
me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Everything
well,
before you that.
I
No.
did X, Y, and Z, but nah,
That's
it's
some
no
bullshit.
but.
No, no.
Ain't no
Some
but.
some people don't, like you were saying, like we were saying earlier though, Notori, some people don't know how to accept the fact that they are wrong. They don't know how to accept their fact. So when you sit there and you try, I don't even try to explain myself no fucking more because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Nope.
matter. Like you
Mm-hmm.
did
Nope.
what you did because you wanted to do it. You did what you did. You knew what you was doing when you did it. When I
Hmm.
The
stopped
same
talking to
way
you,
we
then
don't
there was an
understand the
issue.
dumb stuff is the same way they can't understand how we are mentally there.
Exact. And not only that, but sometimes people ain't used to having somebody real raw and uncut in a circle. You know what I'm saying?
True.
If
That
you
too.
if you did something, okay, let's just say you did something small. I'm going to point you out on your shit and I'm going to tell you where you fucked up at. But if it continues to happen, that means that you just don't care and I got to go. Don't
Yeah,
don't don't say
yeah,
nothing to me.
yeah.
Like if I
I
start
got to
But I
go.
mean,
acting like
it is not
I
even.
just start moving
But
weird.
this is
Like
the thing. What you got to do is when you start telling somebody,
Uh-oh, she cut
Oh
off.
no.
They
oh,
always do that to her. I don't know why it's been doing that to her.
is she on the
Mm.
app or
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
on?
she'll come back in. Y'all know she always come back in
It's
with us.
it, it's
Yeah.
just
Sometimes her
it's just
phone down.
it's just a messed up situation to have to be in with people like that, and it makes you not want to be around people.
It
It
don't.
makes you don't want to be around somebody because me, I'm a state of myself, and that's just it. I don't trust too many females.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hmm.
let me tell you something. Once you fall out with a female, and
Mm.
if they know your business is now the whole world's
I
business.
was just about to go
Hmm.
there
Everybody know your
too.
business.
I was just about to go there, Tori. I swear I
Everybody,
was. I
everybody.
swear.
Like
Listen.
I don't understand
So
that shit. That's why I don't
right.
tell
Hold
people
on.
my business.
Wait. Cause I need to know. Cause I know I ain't cause the way I was raised, I know I wasn't raised slow. I know my mama didn't hang out with a lot of I never seen my mama with a whole bunch of females ever. But right, if this is your long term is you call her your friend, but then one day she your cousin, and the next day you don't like her. But if that's who, if that either way, if that's your long term friend or your cousin in the beginning, right? Why do I know her business? Why are you dogging this girl to me and
Because they was
to
never
me,
friends.
right?
They was never
Hmm.
friends. They was
So
never friends.
who am I?
You a person that they feel like they could come and tell you.
But it don't
You the
matter.
middle
No, no,
person.
no, no. Because anything that I say is not finna go back to that girl. Now I'm now in her story. I'm the girl that you don't like.
Because
That's
you know what? The
like
dog
But
done
that's
came
what
back
their
and
job
carried the bone.
is.
The
But that's
dog
what
done
their
came and
job
carried the
is.
bone.
Confusion. Yep.
No, but that's what troublemakers and hellraisers do. If
Dude,
you ever
yep.
notice when they want to disrupt something, they always got to have somebody said a yes man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Kanisha's channel ain't good because she talk about this, that, and the third. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? And then as soon as you agree, you're pulled in. You're pulled into that negativity.
And then, but
Now you're an accomplice to that,
and
Yeah.
I
and
like
that's
that.
what they
I like
do.
that too. I like that too, Kanisha. I mean, Talia, because a lot of people don't understand when somebody. So say if it's three of y'all, right? And the one bitch in the middle come talk to you about your other friend. Believe that the same way she talking about her, the same way
It's
she
That's
talking
talking
what you
about
about
you.
you.
talk about.
Yeah.
Yup.
Talking
That
about
don't
you.
Yup.
fucking matter.
Exactly.
Yup. And that's why you definitely gotta watch that person. Like once they
I don't
came
want to be
back,
around
once
you. Like
they
that's.
listen,
Ugh.
once they came back and they told you X, Y, and Z about that person, that was your shit right there to be like, you know what? I
Oh,
don't want
I
to fucking hear
did.
it.
I'm like, what
I
you
don't
mean?
want to
I thought
hear
that's
it.
so.
Yeah,
Because
you
guess
have
what?
to
They
do
gonna
that.
go and they gonna tell that person what you said plus more.
Oh
They gonna
yeah.
Hmm.
twist
Oh
the shit
yeah.
up.
Oh, I know
You know what
that.
I'm
Like,
And
saying?
I've seen stuff play out just like that. I've seen people
Yeah.
get seriously hurt
yup.
Behind
because of
stuff
stuff
like
like
that.
that.
But you know what? You know what I started doing? When Peter started talking about Paul, guess what? I'm getting Peter and Paul on the phone. Paul, now I want you to tell what you done said about Peter, and I want Peter to tell what you done said about Paul, and you gonna keep Notori the fuck out of it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. I don't.
That's
If I got friends that do shit like that, I don't want to hear it. Cause I don't want my name being in the middle of nothing, and
Mhm.
I don't want you to go back and go, oh well, Notori said X, Y, and Z, and then you add on more that Notori didn't say. Cause I could stand on what I say, and I could tell you what I said.
yep. And
Everybody
I
Hmm.
can't
Don't
do
go
that though.
back.
remember
Like,
Don't be
that's
no
my
bone
thing.
carrier. Don't do none of that.
Yeah,
And
like
no,
that's
if
what
I
I
you
gotta
have
say
agree.
to
shit
But
behind
do.
your back, I'm gonna say directly to your face. I'm
when
not
I say
Hmm.
finna.
I've been in situations like this, I've been in situations like that. I keep talking about October, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. So back in October, I have two sisters,
The
right?
language.
I was hanging out with my one sister because we got more kids. She got 7, I got 4. So I was hanging out with her. Now her and my other sister had fell out, and I would always say, "Yo, talk to her, talk to her, talk to her." Just like talk to her, and she would say no, she couldn't. She would wish death on her husband. Bitch, all that shit came back
Ooh.
and bit me in the motherfucking ass. She went back and told my sister I was talking about her. I said this, that, and the four.
Oh.
Yo, I'm on a. My sister texted me this fucking long ass. And me, I'm the type of bitch. Now you fucking with my peace. Once you fuck with my peace, you fucking with
It's a
everything. My peace is
problem.
my
Oh my
peace is
God.
my piece is too fucking expensive to be fucked with. So I'm on the phone with my
Mm-hmm.
sister. I'm on the phone with my sister and telling her like, no, this is not true. Like I didn't say this, and my sisters believe in the bitch. And what pissed me off about that was, she a fucking liar, but you still believe in her. So
Yep.
it's either you wanted to believe it, or I don't know. To me, you just kind of wanted to believe it. And I
Yeah.
told my sister the same thing too, and she was like, I should have came to you first. All that, but listen, this is the thing. The damage is done because now I don't want to talk to no fucking body.
But you know what? It seemed like your sister was on some pick me type shit.
She was, but
She
see,
Troublemakers and
definitely
no,
was
but
on
see,
some pick
hellraisers.
me type
but
shit
she,
because
but
for
I
her
she
leave
not to
that
believe
was,
you,
troublemaker.
for
Hell
but
her
she
no.
to not
was.
believe you, that was a problem.
Girl, but the one who started it was sitting there still trying to be cool with me, was hugging me, giving me kisses and shit, but whole time telling my sister I was talking shit about. I mean, yo, it was like, yo, she was in my face. I mean, yo, this shit was crazy. I'm like, bro, I was this situation fucked me up so bad, bro. I was depressed for a fucking month because I have never gotten into it with my sisters. So when this shit happened, it was like, yo, my whole fucking world came crumbling down. And
Yeah.
then right after that, I got out the depression. My fucking Instagram, my YouTube, everything just started taking off. And I said, God had got them out of my life for a motherfucking reason. Because ain't no
Exactly.
motherfucking
Mm-hmm.
way all that shit happened. And I was telling Kanisha, I said I kept seeing orange
It
bugs.
be
And
that.
if y'all know me, y'all know I'm real spiritual. I believe in the
Okay.
spiritual realm. I believe in all that. So when I started seeing, and I believe that orange ladybugs are good. You can't
Are
tell me
good
that they
luck?
not good. They got good omens and shit like that. So I believe they are good
I was
omens.
reading up about ladybugs too.
Yeah, they good omens. Like the orange ones,
Mm-hmm.
they're really
Spiders
good
are
omens. I'm
too.
not, huh?
Spiders are too. Good omen.
Yeah, spiders are a good
I
omen. So
was
I started.
reading something about ants too because I recently just like had some shit with ants and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
Why do
that's
I have
wealth, babe.
I
huh?
That's wealth coming to you.
Yes. And I was
Yeah.
telling my mother, I was like, Ma, I don't understand. Like I just had
But
ants
it's this thing you can
and
go
I
and
couldn't get
get
rid of
from
them.
Lowe's. It's this where you can go and get from
yeah, but
Lowe's.
that's
Just
what
put it
all
on the outside of the windows.
everything.
But it's just
It,
it's wealth coming to you, my love.
everything has its
Congratulations.
reasons. Yo, I had got real bad. Like I said, I was so I after that I started seeing like the orange ladybugs. You remember I was telling you, I started seeing orange ladybugs when I say they was coming by the motherfucking groups, bro. My kids was like,
Mm.
"Mom, why?" They were on my fucking. If I swear to God, I should have took a picture. They were on my outside door to the back. They were just all, and then they was all around the rim of the fucking door. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
It was telling
But
you
because I
something.
know that good girl, when I tell y'all, not even a fucking week later, my first video I posted on fucking Instagram did like 40,000 views. My Instagram started blowing up. Whatever the fuck, I'm telling y'all, them people that's in your life that's not supposed to be in your life will hold you the fuck
Remove them.
back. God will not give you what you need if you keep them in your life. He will not
Mm-hmm.
bless you because, and I'm telling y'all, you know who the fuck it is. You just oblivious to the shit because you act like you don't give a fuck. Oh no,
Yeah.
well, even though they did this 13 million times, no, fuck that, bitch. The 14th million time, bitch, you're going, and you ain't coming back here no more. You know, y'all gotta know, y'all got, and just because it hurt, I know it's gonna hurt y'all to cut them off, but you gonna get peace at the end of the fucking day.
I
Oh
agree.
man.
Because
Right.
that's what you're doing. You're breaking curses. You're tearing apart soul ties. You getting off of that
Trauma
mountain. Like
bonds.
imagine yourself being on top of a mountain and you just going in the same circle over and over again
I've
because
seen
you're
that.
allowing these people, these things to continually exist in your space. And the
Facts.
only way to get off of that mountaintop to break that cycle of insanity is to cut them off. Remove the
Right.
things that are bad for you. For example, like the Unbigging Your Back challenge. We're eliminating the things that are unhealthy for us and introducing things that are healthy for us. You have to take that same concept that we're trying to place on food and apply
Mm-hmm.
it to every aspect of your
Of
life.
your life.
Yep.
Spirituality, mentality, physicality, these different things
Financially.
they yeah, everything has the same concept, and we have to learn how to break the things that are not good for us.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And
This is
sometimes
why I
you just
come. This is why I come on y'all lives because I'm telling y'all, it helps me so freaking much. Like, Kanisha, remember when I said that you are strong?
Yeah.
For you to deal with what you dealt with from your younger years up until now,
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like to lose a child, but watching you be strong behind it. And when I'm like, yo, I would have did X, Y, and Z, and you like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I had to take a different route.
yeah.
Yo, when I tell you that shit hit me so hard, it really had me sitting here thinking, like, wait a minute, she right. She is definitely right. Every
Deserving no
action don't
reaction.
deserve a
Amen.
reaction. So it's
Mhm.
like watching you be strong and watching you move how you move. It's like,
It's
damn.
inspirational.
It
Yeah.
definitely is. It definitely is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Looking at Raquel live when she said she lived in the ghetto and went from the ghetto and she moved to something nice for her kids. I'm sitting here thinking of that. And I had to think about it too. Like, damn, if I would have just left when I said I wanted to leave from where I'm at, my life would be so much better. I mean, you gonna have difficulty bumps here and there, but my shit definitely will be so much better than what it is. So it's
Mhm.
like now I'm looking at it like I got boys. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I live in the ghetto. I went out. But
Yeah.
then it's like
That's an omen right there behind you.
I got
Yeah.
my mother, and then it's like, dang. She got other, she got other kids, but don't nobody help her the way how I help her. So
Mhm.
if I leave her now, who gonna help her?
Yeah.
I feel like that's my
But no,
that's
but
my
see,
hold up.
Notori, sometimes in order to help other people, you gotta help yourself. You can't help nobody if you down yourself.
Pull
You
Right.
just
yourself
can't
out,
do
then
it.
go back and pull somebody else out. That's right.
That you can't do it, and that's the same thing with my husband. Like his mom, um, y'all know we was living in the ghetto. Like we wasn't we was living in the kids. It was bad,
Yeah.
but
You
we was
said
living up
you
there.
said where y'all was at was bad.
It was real bad, child. I mean, needles on the floor, everything, and we was living up there and shit with kids, we got out. And this is the thing. We reached out to his mom, like, yo, we'll get you an apartment up here. She doesn't want to leave. Some people don't want to be helped. And that's just what it
That's
is.
my mother. That's
That's
my
some people
mother.
just
And that's only because she got my niece, and it's because what my sister did to my niece. So I kind of get it, but then it's like I can't carry you forever. You my mother and
right.
all, but I can't carry you forever because that's too much weight on me. I got my own family that I have to worry about, and yes, you are a part of the immediate family, but at the same time everybody grown. Everybody got to branch out. I don't want to. I've
Mhm.
been in Brooklyn, New York for 40 years. I'm 40 years old. I've been here for 40 years. I don't want my children to have to feel like they subjected to only being in one place their whole life.
Yeah. You gotta
Yeah.
let them you gotta let them experience other shit. You
Yeah.
gotta
Like
let them experience other
I
shit
didn't
because
experience living in other states. I've been here my whole entire life.
but you know what? Sometimes you don't even have to move to a different state to experience that. Sometimes you just gotta move from where you're at to somewhere
Yeah.
else. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Yep.
when Cam and them was in when we was living in Philly, whatever, they and this is how I know that is the city, is the places that we live that fucking trigger these kids and have these kids be who like kind of mold them into what the fuck they want to mold them into. So when I was in Philly, Cam, he's not a fighter. My son is not a fighter. He's smart as shit. Like he can fucking fix a fucking TV. He can fix an Xbox. He can fix shit. That's what he do. But this boy had to fucking try to protect himself every fucking day from getting bullied and stuff. He would like he's not a bitch, but he doesn't fight. That's not what he likes to do. But he will stand up for himself. But when we moved out here, it was, oh, mom, I can breathe. I can be myself. When I say he came home and he told me that, he said people accepted me that the fact I know how to play games and I'm a gamer and I fucking know how to fix stuff. He felt like he could be himself. So when you got now, and that's I say that to say this because we live in these places where these kids are so fucking thugged out and oh no nigga, we gonna go fucking shoot this up, we gonna go do this, we gonna go do that. That's all they know. That's all they know. They don't know nothing else.
Right. I'm sorry. StreamYard kicked me out.
You good.
You're good.
Yeah, they don't know nothing else. They don't know anything else. So when you
Thank
move
you,
out,
Arcanic Roots.
so when you move out and you go somewhere else and you show them just this, we lived in a ghetto, but this is not the ghetto. You can be who the fuck you want. You want to be the fucking president, you can sure enough be the fucking president.
Right, right.
If you
And
are
that's
if you are a United or you if you are a United States citizen.
and that's what I want. Like my boys are older, so it's like they done already seen the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? I definitely
Hmm.
like I got a 18-year-old who feel like he could do what the fuck he want to do. And I ain't with that bullshit. I got a 17-year-old who's heading in
No.
that same direction.
He
I
Yeah.
pay a
got
bill? Do he
Yeah,
pay a
like
bill?
I got a 18-year-old, I got a 17-year-old. Well, he about to be 17 next week or
Do
week
they pay
after.
a bill?
I got a 14-year-old, which is my daughter, nothing like the boys, and that's my only girl. I
Let,
got a 13-year-old, a 12, and a 4-year-old. I don't want it to be a
Fantastic.
pattern with
I
my
got I got a
boys.
I got a real quick question that I'm gonna get off because I'm about to go in the house. But I got a really really quick question. Who just said do they pay your bill? Who said that?
Me.
India.
Huh?
Okay,
Me.
let me ask you a question, right? And I say this, and babe, please do not take this wrong at all. I
Who
say this
me?
with yes, do not take what I'm about to say wrong at all. Why the fuck should they pay your bill? But
What
do y'all
bills?
not know? She
Notori,
said, "Do they
hold
pay
on.
your bills?"
She asked whenever you were talking about your 18-year-old and your
She
17-year-old. India
said, "Do
asked.
they?" Yeah, she said, "Yeah,
She asked why. She asked, do they
do they
pay
pay
any
your bills?"
bills? Do they
Oh
pay
no,
any
I
bills?
don't know.
And I said, "Why the?" That's why I said, "Why the fuck do they gotta pay a bill?"
No,
Because that's how a lot of us black people fuck up by having our
yeah.
kicking our kids
Like
out at 18, making them pay shit at 18.
Hold on,
No,
no.
they
because I
can't be
want
My
kids.
18-year-old, no, see, here's the thing with me. Because,
Notori.
huh?
I'm not trying to cut you off, but I wanted to get the answer for that too because whenever she asked it, you were still going, so I didn't get to ask the question.
Oh,
But
okay.
I wanted to know what she was getting at with the question. What India was asking the question for.
Me personally, I started working when I was like 15, right?
Yeah.
So that put me in a mental space, a more adult mental space. That's why I'm asking. She's saying, like they moving in an adult type of mentality. So I'm saying, are they doing adult type shit? Like, are if they not doing adult type shit, then they still get to stay in a child's place if you still at home with your mama at 18. I wasn't home.
Big
I,
facts.
I, I stayed home
But
with my
that's
mama for
no,
about years.
I
but
like that.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You gotta break that fucking. They gotta break that chain, bro. Like that
Mm-hmm.
shit right there. You gotta break that chain because if you tell your kid they gotta pay bills at the end at 18, they're gonna move out. They gotta find a way to pay bills. If they can't
Mm-hmm.
find a way to pay bills, where you think they're gonna go to?
Exactly.
Honestly,
I
But
think
here,
I think
That's why I'm saying like that. Where's that adult mentality coming from? Where does the
right,
mentality come from to where you feel like you don't have to respect your mama at all times or in her house?
right. No, I understand where you coming from. Now, here's the thing, and I'm gonna be real raw and up and cut with y'all. I'm not gonna hold shit back. When my now 12-year old, when he was younger. I don't remember the age, but he was younger. He was, and this was around Christmas. He started playing with matches and almost set my house on fire. I tore that ass up. I'm not gonna hold y'all to it because it's like, why would you be playing with fire and you lighting toy cars and shit on fire? You know what I'm saying? You could have killed everybody in the house and inside the building. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I didn't know that like he had a mark on him from the belt. His school called CPS on me. They end up taking my kids. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like from that moment on, they hold that, like my oldest son and them, they hold that against me because it was like y'all got taken and y'all felt like I just let them take y'all when it wasn't even the case. You know what I'm saying? I got arrested behind, like I'm still paying for that with my life. And so it's like y'all holding that against me. So now it's like when y'all get older, y'all feel like y'all can talk to me any type of way because y'all know y'all got the system that's gonna back y'all up.
But
Y'all
it's
know
just
what's
like,
gonna happen if I put my hands on y'all, so I can't do that.
I
So
want to
I don't,
kind of
I,
I
you know,
want to
I
kind of
don't
touch
do
on
stuff
that.
like that.
mhm.
I want to kind of touch on that. So I personally feel like just growing up how I grew up, I didn't get abused or nothing like that, but like just growing up how I grew up, I kind of realized that you know, as kids grow up, they take things from the people that they're around. So I feel like, you know, kids act how the people that they're around act. So to say like, you know, where does the adult mentality come from? Like, you know, teenagers act out. Teenagers, they feel like they're grown. They feel like they can say this, they can say that. And
Mm-hmm.
I personally, you know, just from how I was growing up, because I was always told to shut the fuck up or I had a bad attitude and stuff like that. Like, I feel like, you know, we shouldn't tell kids that they can't express themselves or they can't do certain things or they can't say certain things because that's going to make them act worse or you know
Act
try
out.
to be more grown or whatever.
No, I mean I understand it. I don't, I don't, I don't like. For me, my oldest son, it's like he started hanging around these group of friends, right? And with these group of friends, he see how these group of friends talk to their parents. And so he feel like he could do that here. Brother man, I'm not your friends and I'm not your friend parents. I am not your friend. You understand what I'm saying? I'm your mother at the end of the day. So, yes, I care about how you feel, but it's all in a way how you express how you are feeling. You can't express to me how you are feeling by being disrespectful.
That's what
That
I
don't
feel.
fly with me. And so, like I always told them, like, y'all know that y'all got it good. Cause when I was y'all age, I couldn't even act like that to my mother. I definitely didn't. And I was never a problem child. I was always the more quiet one. I stayed to myself. Yes, he's definitely testing the waters. And he's tested more than enough times to where police got involved and it was just
But do
ugly.
you expect your children to be exactly how you was as a teenager,
No,
or
no, I don't. I want my kids to be themselves. Everybody in here I watch my kids and I know that every last one of them, down to my baby, they all got a different personality. You know what I'm saying? And so I deal with those personalities every single day. And it's not that I don't want them to be nothing like me when I was growing up. I don't ever want them to feel like they have to be like me. Because like I said, I wasn't a problem child. I was the more quiet one. While everybody else was running off, being in the streets, getting into trouble, I was to the sidelines.
Well, that's the thing, Victoria. This is all I can think of in my head, right? Would your children resent you for that or holding that over your head? Like, when do you say enough is enough? Because it's just like you told me. That's one thing I've been trying to figure out since I started this particular live. Why is
Right.
it that parents won't take responsibility for what their children do? But hold on, let me finish my statement.
Mm-hmm.
But and they know that they're doing wrong, but they still sit up there and they still do the things that they do for them, knowing that they're doing wrong. If my son is doing something wrong, I've sat here and raised you the best I can. I've done everything that I can. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
perfect. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be here with your goofy ass. I would be in heaven with
Mm-hmm.
God and all the disciples. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna resent me for that, and I've apologized, like genuinely apologized to you for that. I've genuinely come to you and said, I never meant for this to happen, but it did. If you're feeling some type of way and you need to talk to somebody about it, let's get you the help that you need
Right.
up here treating me the way that you're treating me is unacceptable because
It,
you
it
do goofy
definitely
shit
is.
all the time too. And I
It
have to
definitely
and I
is.
have to forgive you.
Right.
So
It's
when is
like,
enough for parents whenever it's like, okay, because my kids, even if my son Jordan was still here, he'd be 16, 15, 16 right now, right? If
mm-hmm.
my kid is out here doing some shit he ain't got no business doing, I'm doing everything that I can. My son was supposed to start is skip down here. It's a school where they go in, they learn 6 different languages at one time. It's like a magnet school almost. And you gotta wear
Mm.
uniforms and stuff. You have to pay tuition. I'm giving you the best schooling you could possibly get. I'm doing everything that I can for you. Yes, your father may not be here all the time, but I'm doing everything that I can. What else do you want me to do? When is enough
Right.
enough? Like, when do
And
we
this
say,
I
okay,
asked them that. I asked them that though. And it's crazy because I just broke down to my mother the other day and I'm like, what more do people want from me? I'm giving you everything that I could give you to I no longer have nothing to give. Like that shit right there, literally, it broke me into pieces because I felt like my whole world fell apart when my kids got taken. So it was like, damn. And then, watching them be in a stranger's house and then knowing that my mother at the time couldn't take all five of them, and it's just like it's just like so I was going through so many emotions, and then they're like, oh well, the only way you could get them back, you got to do anger management and you got to do parenting. And let me tell you something. At first, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck do I need anger management for? Ain't shit wrong with me. But you know what? Deep down inside, it definitely was because anytime your kid act out, you got 1,000 people in your ear. Oh, they need their ass whipped. They need this.
right?
They need that. You listening to everything that somebody telling you, and so you know what I'm saying. It's building up so much anger, and it has helped me. It's to the point where I'm ready to go back into anger management because it has helped me in more ways than a little bit. Like I said, like I tell my kids all the time, I went through hell and high waters just to get y'all back. And y'all treat me like all
So
of this shit was my fault. When are y'all gonna take accountability for what y'all did?
okay, and agreed. And Tasha put it in the chat. She said, do y'all ever feel like you can care for your kids from afar? If my child is doing these things, knowing whatever age that it is, that they are able to understand right from wrong. If you understand that these things happen, no matter what it was, these things happen. I'm from the bottom of my heart. If it was my fault, I'm sorry. Like there's nothing. I can't go back in time and change it. Like that's not how it works.
Right.
That it would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? When do you make it to a point where you're like a perfect example? And I'm not saying that this is the one that's doing it. I'm just using that as an example. Your 18-year-old is old enough to go out and get their own house, get them a,
Mm-hmm.
and even if you gave them time just to start stacking, like, hey, hey, baby, I love you to death. I just want the best for you, but I can't continue to deal with, the behavior that's being exhibited whenever I've done everything to try and show you that I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm truly sorry. If I really wasn't sorry, I wouldn't have went to anger management. I wouldn't have stood up there and let them people tell me that you had to live with somebody else. I would have broke every rule that they had. Whenever it was time to take a P test, if that's what you had to do, I would have failed it each time. But I loved you more than myself, and I did everything that I possibly could to get y'all back.
Mm-hmm.
When do you draw the line, or where do you draw the line and say, "Hey, look, this is just it's too much."
It is. It definitely is. It was like it was to the point where I put myself into therapy because it was like it was a lot going on, and then up until what 2022. 2020, because I moved into my apartment that I'm in now in 2021. So
I'm
starting
listening.
2022, it was like CPS cases after CPS cases after, and he was all the reason. And it like last year was just a lot. It was like, I mean, it was to the point where the boy was making he was calling, making false reports and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. And that was it got to the point where now I'm asking y'all for help. Because if y'all want to come into my home and y'all want to be in my business and y'all want to interrogate my kids for everything, help me with this 18-year-old. Help me with him. Well, he was 17 at the time. Help me with this 17-year-old. What is it that can be done? I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel the safest with him here. How can y'all help me? I'm not getting no type of help. Oh, because of his age, there's nothing that we can do. So okay, so if I lash out, then I'm the one that gets into trouble behind this. I'm the one that get arrested. I'm the one that lose everything. I'm trying to start something. You know what I'm saying? I can't focus on what I need to focus on because I got this shit right here going on and I can't get rid of it. Like who can help me with this? And I was getting nothing but the run around. So now that he turned 18, it's like he feel like he could come and go. Right now, I don't know where he at. I ain't hear from him or no nothing. He feel like he's that man. And I told him, if you want to be that person, you have to do it on the outside of my door. You cannot do it in my house. Cause you got brothers that's looking at this shit and it's gonna be a pattern. Cause now they feel like, oh, we watched him do what he want to do. So now we could do what we want to do. I don't want that in my house. So
I'm,
it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot.
I feel like we all. I feel like as parents, we all have to pick times and moments where we take our hands off of our children. I'm not saying that you not there for them if they need you. I'm not saying, don't, give them a hand if they need help with something. But it has to be a point where you draw the line where you say, okay, I love you enough to let you go. I
Mm-hmm.
love enough to let you to let you, if you don't want to be here, which is what your actions are saying to me,
Right.
you don't want to be here, then I can't make you stay. And that can be a hard thing to do, of course, because we love our children. But at what expense? You're going to go back to jail because technically, in the eyes of the law, this adult now is putting you in predicaments that you don't need to be put in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, from what Raquel was saying earlier, because I heard India, I was just letting the Tory finish. No, we don't want to sit up here and continue to oh, well, you want to act food and just get out of my house. Just going about your business. We all have, if at one point in your time, I swear, I think that everybody, especially in the Black community, at least one point in their life where you decided to say something or you decided to speak on something, and the oh,
Hush.
and whenever you decided to speak on, it's like, oh, you think you grown now? Oh, you no, I'm just trying to come to you and say, if you're my mom, like Notori, mom, I'm trying to tell you, like, or explain to you that, hey, I had a real bad day today. Stuff was rough. I really
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to turn this around. It's happening every day to me now. Like, I need your help. Like,
Right.
the parent turns around and it's like, oh my God, sorry. And then the parent turns around and it's like, oh, so you think you big and bad now? You think you big and bad now? Like, you don't have to follow the rules. You can sit up here and talk to me any kind of way. Well, I'm not trying to talk to you any kind of way. I'm just trying to get you to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. But I always give my kids the floor to tell me how they feel. You understand? Because that's important to me. I didn't have that floor when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanisha said, once you start expressing how you feel, you know, your parent might be like, oh, you feel like this or you feel like that, and you know what I'm saying, they feel like you being disrespectful. I always give my kids the floor to tell me how they feel, and then I would tell you how I feel, and it's like that we gonna come to some type of terms, it's either we gonna be good on it or we not. And it's okay if you not, because at least I know how you feel. But at the same token, you gotta take into consideration how I feel as your parent. I'm the only parent taking care of you. So if I'm the only parent that's taking care of you, don't take your anger out on me like I'm not the one. I'm doing everything that I can. I'm keeping a roof over your head. I'm keeping food on the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping the lights cut on. I'm keeping the gas cut on. That should tell y'all a lot about what I'm trying to do, opposed to the other party not being there.
No, I agree. I agree.
Like it's definitely exactly, Talaya. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
And I always tell them this, like, y- I'm gonna always be your mama. Y'all gonna always count on me to be there for y'all. But if once I take my last breath and I close my eyes, y'all ain't gonna have nobody.
Yep.
Y'all not gonna have nobody, because ain't nobody gonna do for y'all like your own parent did for you. That's something that they gonna have to discover that on their own. I can't keep holding their hands and showing them. My now 18-year-old, you going to learn, brother, because the streets are not fair. Life is really hard. It is not easy. You definitely going to learn the hard way. And I told him life is going to catch up to you. And it ain't going to be in a good way. Cuz karma is a bitch. You definitely going to meet life. Life is going to slap you in the face, and I hope you ready when that time come, cuz it ain't nothing that I can do.
I'm sorry about that, y'all. I was trying to get Kai situated. But yes, I was listening to you, Notori, and you're right. And that's why I say there's so many kids, there's so many people that I meet where they grow up, have a two-parent household, as where somebody like me, I didn't get that, but my grades were always better than yours. I stayed out
Right.
of trouble. I made sure that I did what I was supposed to do. Whenever my 16th birthday came, I got a job on my 16th birthday, one where it was actually, where the government was taking taxes and shit.
Mhm.
You had two parents. You even like, bro, like my mother left. My father every now, I would see him every now and again. I love my dad. Don't get it twisted, but I'm just saying he wasn't consistent either. So for me to sit up there and hold myself accountable, like I'm an adult, like I'm my own parent, and my grades are better than yours. I'm doing better in school than you. I went to the military after I got, as soon as I graduated. I graduated a year early. Like, why can't you do that and you have a two-parent household? What is
Yep.
kids who have two-parent households where they loved and they cared for, and they still like, I don't want to. That's the only way I can say it. They fucked up. It doesn't make
Mhm.
any sense to me.
Sometimes these kids could be ungrateful. sometimes these kids could be very much ungrateful. You could
There's a
give them the
disconnect.
fucking world and they would turn around and act like you ain't did shit for them.
But that's the disconnect. There's two different narratives being given to these kids. Like, because I've always asked that question, how can all these kids, mind you, I realize every person has their own personality, but how can all these kids grow up in the same household and they turn out so differently? Like, they act as though that they came from a broken home or they went through some harrowing past that just leaves them crippled, and that's because of the false narratives. We have to account for that, the fact that the home isn't the only home that these kids have. They're going to school, which means they're interacting with different kids who come from
Right.
different households. And then you also got to worry about what these educators are feeding our kids.
So
And
pretty
what they
much,
watching on
just-
I
TV or
agree.
social media
Mhm.
or
I
so
And
even
that's
agree.
why,
outside of school.
our kids.
yeah, and that's why sometimes you come home and you be like, who did I get? Jekyll or Hyde? And it's
Right.
because these kids got their foot in different places. Like their narrative of what's real and what's not is so screwed up because they have access to so much. And
Hmm.
then they get this false sense of power because they're like, oh, my mom hit me, so I can call the cops on them. But
Hmm.
that's how we were raised too. Like, I agree that we do traumatize kids by parenting the way that we were parented because that's all we knew. That's all we know. And we have to be open minded to this gentle parenting. And then another thing, we have to redefine gentle parenting. Gentle parenting does not mean you become a doormat. Gentle parenting means that I'm slow to anger from grabbing the mop head or shoe and hitting you with it. It means I'm forced to come up with more creative ways to assert that I am responsible for you and you're not going to come into my house that I paid for and run nothing. I am responsible for you to protect you. I am responsible for guiding you. I
So let me
am not going to let you come in here and run over me. I'm sorry, somebody said something.
ask me to because I had a question with the gentle parenting, right?
Okay.
Have you ever been kicked in your face before? Like full blown kicked in your face?
No,
I ain't been
I
kicked, but
have
I damn sure enough been punched, and I was like,
I've
"Whoa,
been
wait a minute, baby,"
Okay,
I've
and
been
not by my
slapped
own
and
kids
punched but
neither.
never kicked.
okay. I say that because I want to use this as an example, right?
Mhm.
My son has a problem with whenever I say stop because he plays too rough with me sometimes. And of course, people
Mhm.
can be like, "He's a child, you're an adult." No, if that child hits you on your motherfucking nose and break it, you're gonna be like, "Okay, it don't matter." There's still they it still hurts. I can ask my son 8 times, "Kai, please don't do that. You're hurting mommy. Kai, please don't do that. You're hurting me. Kai, what are you not understanding about what I'm saying? You're hurting me. Please stop. It's not funny." Eventually, you're gonna make it to a point where you're gonna be like, "How you like it now? Did it hurt to you too?"
Right, you gonna hit them back, cause it's like it's only but so much. I'm gonna let you keep on punching
Mhm.
on me. You
Haley,
gonna feel something, whether it's a
Mhm.
light tap or pluck or something, but you gonna feel what I just felt.
Mhm.
And not, not saying that, because some people will look at it as, well, if you hit your kid bad and you hit them back in a way that they gonna feel it, that's abuse. That's not abuse. That's me telling you, letting you know, and I'm showing you how it feels to be hit in the face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Mhm.
gonna hit you back in your face. I'm gonna pluck your hand, pluck your ear, do something. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So,
I'm not going, because you sucker punch me. I ain't going to sucker punch you back, but I'm going to let you know that this is not nice. That hurts.
Mhm.
Kai kicked
They
me.
got
My
to know.
kept telling him to stop. I kept telling Kai to stop. I kept jumping because, like I told you, I'm using the air mattress for myself. He'll try and wean him out of sleeping in the bed with me, so he sleeps in the king size bed in the master bedroom. I sleep in the living room
Mhm.
on the king size air mattress. I kept telling Kai yesterday, I'm like, "Kai, please stop. You're gonna hurt me. You're gonna kick me in the face. Stop doing that." He's
Mhm.
laughing, he's giggling, he thinks it's funny, he thinks it's a game. I didn't ask him 10 times, "Kai, you're going to hurt me. Please stop." He kicked me square in my nose. I got the bump to prove it. He kicked
Jesus
me in my
Christ.
face.
Then he must got some heavy damn feet then.
Stop doing big things. But he was going full force with what he was doing.
Yeah.
I knew it. In my head, I was like, I saw myself grabbing him, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I held my face. I went into the room, even though he was hollering and screaming. He was upset because he wanted to be in there with me. And I sat in the room until I could get my nose together, until I could get my bearings. Because he kicked me hard.
Whoa.
Yeah, you did everything that you were supposed to do, and that's what I was gonna say. Because my sister, she has kids, and then some of them they're on the spectrum, so those physical outbursts are like a daily thing for her at times. And one of the things that her physician said was that when the kids do stuff like that, you need to walk away from them. Like your first instinct is to whoop them. Like these physicians were raised like how we were. When you do something wrong, the parents grab the belt. That's the initial thought.
You
But
better
she
be.
said in those situations, you just walk away, you close the door, and you take a minute until they calm down, because they have to know that that behavior is not to be tolerated. It will not be rewarded. And every time you do it, mommy and daddy are going to walk away. We're going to walk away and leave you alone, because that's not acceptable behavior in this house. If I tell you to do something, you're to do it.
Do it. Right. Right. That's how it was when my 4 year old, he just kept jumping on my bed. He just was doing things. And I was like, I just got
Mhm.
real angry and I just started yelling. When I saw the look on his face, I kind of felt a little bad because I'm like, but then I had to think, like, yo, you getting soft on them or what? Because it's like, you tell them to stop and they don't do it. I'm telling you to stop before you hurt yourself.
Or
You
before
know
you.
what I'm saying? Or yeah, like I ain't trying to be in nobody emergency room. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
Mhm.
stop. So I'm like, I thought of Kanisha. I told my kids, I said, yo, if it wasn't raining, I'll send y'all to go get some melatonin. We was looking at that shit inside Target yesterday, and that's the first person I thought of. I
Mhm.
saw Kanisha picking up some goddamn melatonins,
You
the
know.
Darby ones at that. And I looked at them, and my daughter said, "Mom, that's what your son need." And I was like, "My son don't need no goddamn melatonin." But then when he did that shit today, I was like, "Yo,
Mhm.
Lord."
Melatonin is. Melatonin for the win,
But
y'all.
you know what? I gave it to him. I started giving him melatonin last year. Um around September or something. And I did a video on it when I gave him the melatonin. And I was telling people, like, yo, this shit really works. But then it's like when he ran out of that last gummy,
Yep.
I ain't never go get no more. And
Yep.
I'm like, nah, I need to start back giving it to him because it's like, yo, what's wrong with y'all kids these days? Like, y'all definitely on something.
Talisa,
Y'all on
Mhm.
something, and I know I wasn't on that when I was pregnant with you, but these new age COVID kids is different. They is different. They going to test the waters till they can't test it no more. They
Mhm.
are different. You could tell them to stop, and they gonna look you square dead in your eye. They gonna make eye contact with you, and they still gonna do it. And then gonna look at you like you the one that did something wrong.
Mhm.
My son has this thing that if he see that I'm drinking something, he just feels like he have to drink it.
that
So if
kind.
it's soda or juice, and I be like, nah, you can't have it. My man will run off like you know the color of the bottom of your hand.
Yeah.
My man will run off like them, like he been on the Jerry Springer set or Maury set, and
Damn.
just start running,
Damn.
crying, and I gotta call him back like, whoa, 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 hold up, I ain't used to this. Brother man, if I say no, it means no. These kids feel like when you say no, it actually means yes. No means no. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Talaya, hit the thing, mama. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
So and now it's like, I don't know how to deal with that. My other kids ain't never act like this. So it's like I got this one last kid, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to deal with this for the next 18 years.
bro.
Well,
I
the next, well, 16 years, cause
look.
he 4.
Hey, you at least you got 2 years on me, baby, because I got
Wait,
I'm at 2. And he kicked me in my face after I told him, baby, 8.
no.
And I'm telling you, it took everything in my soul because my face, I could take anywhere else, but my face, bro, it's just something about getting hit in the face. Like I don't play with hitting people in the face. Whenever you hit people in the face, that means you want the smoke. Like you
Yeah,
in
you definitely, yo, you definitely got
my
problems.
face. He kicked me in my face. I'm telling you, it took everything. I was going in my head, I saw myself just I saw
Like, yo, little nigga, run past me. I'ma stick my foot out and trip your ass. Oh, baby, you
it.
okay? You okay, baby? Did that hurt? Cause that's how I felt when you kicked me in my face.
Listen, whoever
Let
asked,
your
I
ass
to
slide
live.
across the floor a little.
You are able to come up with your camera off if you want to. I never make anybody put their camera on. I want you to feel as comfortable as as you can to the panel and to everybody in the live. You don't have to have your camera on.
But that's how these kids are. Like, yo, I just be sitting here like, ooh, whew. Let me tell y'all, I be ready to blow. I be ready to get it out with my 4 year old. Like, boy, you want to square up now? Cause I guarantee you, you ain't gonna win this fight. You ain't
You
going. You
know,
don't want this.
you
I
know it's
tell my
so
son
funny.
all the
That's true.
time. Like, yo, when people see the videos of my son, and they be like, "Oh, he looks so innocent." Don't let that innocence fool you. Cause that boy be on something. He be on something. But it's you gentle parenting is really hard with these kids. It's not.
Hmm.
It's definitely not the easy. I mean, gentle parenting is not for the weak. I tell anybody that in a heartbeat.
I don't know.
Gentle parenting is not for the weak.
I don't know what the fuck gentle parenting is. So, and whenever I say that, I don't want y'all to like explain it to me. I'm saying I don't. I don't know what that is. It's not
Well,
some.
it's a
Gentle
con.
parenting is when they go when well to me in my opinion, because I see it a lot when people be like, just talk to them, try not to raise your voice, try not to. Nah, these kids don't know what that means. You definitely gotta raise a voice of force so that they know you gotta take it up a notch. Cause by you saying, "Kai, sit down," you think Kai gonna really sit down if you say it nicely?
He
No, you gotta say it with your chest.
does.
You gotta put some bass in your voice, like a man.
Look at me. He'll climb on that little chair. Some people that's actually seen it. He has a. It used to be a high chair, but it converts down into a chair and table for the toddler. He'll stand up in that chair. He done busted his face open plenty of times.
See?
I done told him, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. I done told y'all the story about coming out of the restroom because I had to pee, and he was on top of my table in the dot. Like, baby, look,
Mhm.
I'm losing it right now. Like my mental because I've never dealt with this before.
Yeah.
This is a whole nother level of I don't give a fuck or I believe I can fly. Like this is a whole nother level of the
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, this two parents in where? What do you
See,
something?
my 4 year old, he don't do that. Is Josiah is if that boy can't get his way, it's no way. You know what I'm saying? If I tell him no, like I say, he running off like a baby mama that just found out the baby wasn't the baby daddy's. That's how my son is running off. He's running off like
Better
that.
get him one of them leads like I got, cause Kai, I got
He run
you strap that little vest on him in the click in the front, and it's a lead that come from it. One is straight,
Mhm.
two different ones. One is curly and one is straight. And I use that lead. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. You can say I'm abusing him by putting a lead on him.
right,
Say that it ain't good for him. You can say that I'm treating him like a German Shepherd puppy. But once that puppy get hit by a car, then what you gonna say?
right,
Go back.
Yeah,
right,
that's
right,
protection. I
You
right.
wish, I wish I had came up with that. I remember I was kicking myself one day. I said, why didn't I come up with something like that? Like a leave for children.
know,
I
Like
had
that.
that for one of my kids. I had that for one of my kids. Josiah, I don't really need it for. He do that running off shit when we in the house. When we outside,
Mhm.
it's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? He gives me no problem. He don't run off or walk off or nothing like that. Cause he know I already told him, boy, you walk off. Don't look for me to look for you. I'm not gonna be one of those parents going to in the supermarket, going asking them, oh, can you call my son on the loudspeaker? Nah, nigga, you better know your way home if you walk off.
Kai ain't that type of child, sweetheart. Plus he's two. Kai will laugh in my face if I tell him that. And that's why I put him on that lead. And can't nobody tell me nothing different. I will
What can somebody tell you? You know your child. So if you know your child, if
Mhm.
you feel like that's what you need for him, then that's what you need for him.
but that's
What you do might not work for everybody else, and what everybody else might do might not work for you.
and
You
that's
got to do
but
what works for you.
some people just always got something to say and it just makes you want to snap and pick on them, bro.
And let them say what they want to say, cause like it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't type of world. Let them say what the fuck they want to say.
But not all kids are the same.
Exactly.
Sometimes you really do get blessed with the perfect child. Like this baby don't cry that much. This baby does what I say.
They don't
Like this
cry
is the
until
perfect child.
they might not cry right as they are a baby, but trust me,
Hmm.
along down the line, they're gonna become a crybaby. Because
No,
was
before you go,
never,
you stay the same.
my son was,
Every kid is different. I swear
yeah,
on everything.
my son was never
Hmm.
the type when he was a baby to cry. He was the most quietest baby. He only cried when he was hungry. Okay. Nevertheless, he wasn't no crybaby. But right now, I be looking at him and I be like, where's the baby that I gave birth to? Because you not him.
That's
Why
what
you
I'm
always
saying, boy.
crying for everything? I be like, I say to myself, like, yo, this motherfucker is a crybaby. Because what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, what you crying for now, boy? Like, he had my daughter up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm telling him, like, yo, if you don't go to sleep, I'ma come out. It's just like, yo, and then when he goes back to sleep and he wakes up, it's like it's a whole different kid.
Maybe he just tired. You need to get him his melatonin. You ain't getting
Nah, that's just
Yeah,
tickled me.
my
Peter
daughter
Pan
said
and
to
the
me, she
Lost
said, Ma,
Boys.
my daughter said to me, she said, Ma, we need that melatonin because I need to get some sleep. If you give him the melatonin, he gonna be asleep like before. I'm like, daughter, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some. Second mama, I'm gonna get some.
And it do. Corey's baby, she say my boys be keep jumping off of shit, thinking they Peter
Peter
Pan
Pan.
and the Lost Boys. I can tell you how many times I had to catch a flying kid shaking my head, and then putting
Nah,
Natasha laughing my ass. The house be so quiet and peaceful, and
yo,
Natasha said, "I swear it do," and then Goddess said at Natasha she laughing, but it do. It seemed
my
like that.
house be quiet when when all the kids are in school. Cause my son goes to daycare, so and he loves it. Like when everybody is in school, my house be so fucking peaceful. Like I could hear myself think. I could hear a penny drop on the floor. That's how quiet my house is. Y'all
Hmm.
might not hear nothing right now, cause they out there doing something they ain't got no fucking business doing. I'm definitely gonna get up and go see what the hell they doing. But for the most part, my house is peaceful when my kids are not home or when I'm not in the house with my kids. That's how much peace I get. Like I make sure I get me some peace. I don't give a goddamn if I'm just going to the store. I'm getting me some goddamn peace because these kids gonna drive me insane.
I agree.
I remember when I was younger, like my mom, she got selective memory now. But
Yeah,
I remember when I was younger, my mom would come home from work and she would pull up in the driveway and she would just sit in the car. We'd be at the
Yeah.
door like, Mom, Mom.
Yeah, sometimes it's needed because it's like, damn, like I'm dealing with y'all. I don't have enough time to think for myself. So I need to
Mhm.
sit by myself for a couple of hours and just
I feel
woosah. Or not even a couple of hours, just a couple of minutes. I just need to woosah before I deal with
Mhm.
y'all again. Like I stay having a woosah moment. I stay having a woosah moment. It's just that sometimes I just be like, if I feel like I'm taking too much time for myself, it's like what the hell these kids is doing? What are they up to? Like I'm jumping for every
Mhm.
little thing. I'm jumping for every little thing. Like when they home, I don't get no sleep. Hell no. Cause somebody gonna knock on that door, somebody gonna come in here arguing, somebody gonna come telling. That's why I said it's so many different personalities that I'm dealing with. I love it, but I just be like, and then it's like once they done doing all that, they right back out there. Everybody is friends, like nothing just happened. And I just be sitting here like, what the hell just happened?
You just get whiplash like you dealt with a bipolar disorder just did. They went from
Like,
manic to
what the hell just happened? Cause wasn't y'all all out there fighting with each other? And now
Yep.
everybody's sitting in one room. Everybody's sitting in one room and they all just he laughing and joking. And I'm just sitting there like, this is why I don't get into they shit. When they start arguing with it, don't come near me. Figure it out. Cause y'all gonna figure it out and then y'all gonna be talking back like nothing ever happened.
hmm
Well, that's what I say. And I mean, I don't get to just sit in the car like and watch the baby come to the car because, of course, I'm doing everything. But whenever we get
Right.
home, if I order food, like if I got food or something while we were out, like I'll sit in the car with him, give him his tablet because I have a hotspot on my phone. Let him play with that tablet, and if there was something that I got him, then I will give it to him. But if I didn't get him anything because you didn't already ate everything, you didn't have 8,000 snacks, you're not hungry. I will
Mm-hmm.
and let him play on that tablet, and I'll just look out the window like I'm a lost, like I'm lost.
Yeah.
Lost. I'm like,
Yeah.
Kids are like bottomless pits. No matter how much you feed them, they still hungry.
and I'm
I
like,
All the
remember
oh my God.
I just had my sister's kids for 2 days. For 2 days. I had bought like $200 worth of food and it was gone. After 2 days, it was gone. I said, ain't no way in the world y'all ate all these dino nuggets, french fries, spaghetti, and
Yep.
fried chicken like this quick
Kids
in two
kids will
days.
eat you out of a house at home. I know that.
I
Cause
go,
they do me all the time. And then it don't only be my kids, it be my son's friends too. So it's like I done adopted some kids that I didn't even
hmm
know that I got, but I love it. I love it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's how
I
my
wouldn't change
grandmother's
that for
house
nothing in the
was.
world.
I,
I
And
love
that's
that.
that was
I
exactly
love
how
it.
my grandmother was. She would always cook for a lot of food when it was just her
Hmm.
and one other person because all the kids on the block, those was her grandkids. So when we
Yep.
come over, we were like, Grandma, why you cooking so much food?
Yep.
And she
This
said,
is
I
why
gotta feed the kids next door. I gotta feed them.
But this is why all the kids like to come to Notori's house, because Notori's house is the fun house, okay? My house
hmm
is the fun house. I let these kids be them, you know what I'm saying? And I don't complain about it.
I
I
can,
let them be them,
my
you know
niece
what I'm saying?
my nieces and the littlest one because she's so small she can't say like the bigger ones like, oh, I want to come over here. My nieces know I'm cool in the fan. I literally let them get away with murder while they're here. All I ask them to do is
Mhm.
argue with each other. But I don't want to be the parent that I'm the fun house. I'm being so serious. I want my house to be in a certain manner, certain things go on, and I can't fathom being that person with that many children at one time. It's too much.
Okay, so when I say fun house, this is what I mean. Like my son's friends, when they come to my house, you won't even know that they in my house because they go in that room, they be on that game. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
They not making
Yep.
no noise. They not doing nothing. They'll come, hey mama love, can I get a snack? Have which I have at it. You know what I'm saying? It's when I say the fun house is they all under the same roof. You know what I'm saying? They not tearing my house down. They not making no noise. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to keep coming out my room saying 11 times, yo, stop with all the noise and all that other. No. It's just that they know that they could come here and they could be
It's a safe
themselves.
place.
They
It's a
feel
safe
comfortable.
place.
It's definitely a
hmm
safe place. And when I speak
hmm
to these parents and I be like, listen, you don't have nothing to worry about. If you want to know if your child is here, you can call me anytime. I don't mind them being here. You know what I'm saying? They sometimes, they'll spend the night on the weekends and stuff like that. I don't have no problem with that. Because for one, I know where these
hmm
boys are.
hmm
They could be out there in the streets.
Agree, pudding. I like the way that pudding put it. So Corey's baby said it's nice for children to have a place to be the fun house, but I have no issues with being the safe. Oh, it skipped up on me, excuse me. Corey's baby said it's nice for children to have a place to go and just be themselves and have a fun, safe place to be. And then Puddin said, I love the quiet, so I definitely don't want to be the fun house, but I have no issues with being the safe haven. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm
Right.
at.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's
But I
quiet. They're not making no noise. You know what I'm saying? When they hear, like right now, one of the boys is here with my son. You don't hear no noise. You don't hear them playing. You don't hear none of that. Now, one time that I had to put my mic on mute to go out there and address them for anything. Like, you don't even know that there's kids in my house.
They not
You know what
gonna
I'm
blow up
saying?
their spot. You the
Yeah,
spot
like
for the kids. They not gonna blow up their spot.
they really not. And you know what? And like I said, these boys are very respectful. So, you know what I'm saying? They never did anything disrespectful in my path or whatever. So it's like, I don't mind y'all coming here. And like I said, that's my 17-year-old friends. Then them boys ain't in the streets. They could be out in the streets robbing, stealing, doing
Hmm.
whatever. They could be out there getting themselves into trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather for my son to be in the house because I know where he at all times. My son is not, he not that type of street runner. But for other parents that wonder where their kids are, I tell them, let me get your mom's number. Let me talk to your mother so I know that she's okay with you being here. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I don't care how old you are. I still need to know that your parents said it's okay for you to be here. If not, then I'm sorry, but you gotta go home.
yeah. I agree.
But I
But
would never go against the parent if they say,
they can't
no,
be.
my kid not supposed to be here. Nah,
Yeah,
if they say it's okay, it's okay. My little adoptive son that don't even know I adopted him. Listen, I spoke to his mother and I said, if it's okay with you, it's okay with me. You know what I'm saying? She
yeah,
said, I know, but sometimes I know you be wanting yes. Listen, it's all right. It's all right. But at least you know your son is somewhere safe.
yeah.
Hmm.
Ain't no police activities going on over here. Ain't nobody dealing drugs out my house. I don't do that. I don't party. I don't do none of that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I don't do none of that. It just be me, my kids, and my man here. And ain't none of that shit going on. So it's like, she feel a lot more safe. I say, and if you ever need to reach out to me for anything, you have my number. Call me anytime. I don't, but just know that your son is in safe hands when he's over here.
Agreed.
And that's how I want it to be. Like if my son was to go out somewhere, I would think that every parent is not the same. I want to know that my kid is safe being in somebody's house.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that. Even though my kid ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he's
I
gonna
know,
be here.
I know, and listen, you have your reasons. You
Yeah,
definitely have your reasons, and can't nobody fault you for that.
yeah,
They
yeah,
can't be mad. They can't fault you for it. You have your reasons.
yeah.
So
But
that's the reason that I definitely could agree with.
I mean, once again, it just takes time. It takes a little bit of a little bit of finesse on my end. But we have this Sunday. Jesus, y'all really showed up and showed out today. Look at y'all. Look at y'all.
Cause we love you, girl. It's nothing but love over here. It's nothing but love. Listen, you got me to open up about some shit that I thought I would never be able to tell people. And I feel a little bit good about it. So it's like, hey, you open up that door. You gave
Hmm.
us the floor to talk about whatever it was that was bothering us, that's been sitting heavy on our chest. You definitely gave us that floor.
I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all giving me the floor because I come in sometimes and I be a little razzle dazzled and stuff. We gonna
That's what it's all about though. It's all about that community.
exactly. So y'all remember, switching the day to Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm gonna figure this out. Y'all know I'm gonna figure out how to make this a premiere. That way everybody get that countdown thing. But
Mhm.
the next time you get on here and you don't get up on this panel, we gonna fight. I'm gonna. I told you already. See this? That's muscle. That's not.
She got them strong arms. No, ain't nobody going up against them strong arms.
But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I mean, thank y'all so much for all the love, all the support for coming through. Everybody sharing their opinions, their sides. This what we here for. The Tory, I'm glad I was able to give you a safe space. Everybody who's been able to have a safe space on this particular platform, I was glad I could do it for y'all. As always,
Yes.
my G. You know you my G. 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 But I love y'all. Next time we meet up on Wednesday at 8, y'all be there.
You know we gonna be there. We gonna show up and show out like we did today.
We gonna show up and show
Absolutely.
Every time.
out.
Each
Hey,
time.
everybody's gonna get a chance to give their situations and size. Okay?
Yes, yes.
Get
This
up.
was dope. This was super dope. I enjoyed the live. I enjoyed talking with you ladies.
Oh
It's
yeah,
always a pleasure.
I feel so much more comfortable. I got, a little bit off my shoulder. I'm
good.
still a work in progress. So
Oh yeah. See everybody tomorrow, cause y'all know tomorrow's parent check-in on Raquel's page at is it
Mm,
7? Is it 8? It's 8, right?
8-8.
8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
No, wait. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. You're right. Um,
Mhm.
I'm gonna see y'all over there tomorrow. I enjoyed myself. Thank everybody who came through, everybody who got up on the panel, everybody that put stuff in the chat, all the love, all the support, all of the goodness. But y'all know what time it is. Y'all meet me back here again for another banker. Other than that, y'all, peace.
Peace out. Love you ladies.
Love you too.
Bye.